Hello Wargamers and welcome to more Warhammer 40k. I am Luca from MiniWarGaming and I am joined today by Ian up from North Bay. We're going to be playing a classic matchup of Grey Knights against Demons of Chaos. And in the MiniWarGaming Vault, Kenny is back. We are doing Tyranids against Astra Militarum in a 2,000 point game. Well, if you're curious to check this out, just click on that link down below and get yourself a 7-day free trial to the Vault.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
For the Grey Knights, we run a battalion. We will be playing the Ward Makers in today's game, mostly because I have not tried them yet. I did spend 1 command point on Armory of Titans, so I'll be running 2 relics in today's game. Our HQs, we'll start with the Warlord. We have a Grand Master in Nemesis Dread Knight armor. He will know Gate of Infinity, as well as Vortex of Doom. We wanted to make him an exemplar of the Silver Host, so he'll be running 2 different Warlord traits. Because he's a Ward Maker, he will know the Lore Master Warlord trait, as well as having the First into the Fray. We're going to be running Brother Captain Stern as a regular Brother Captain. He will be running a Mastercrafted Stormbolter, the Power Sword. He will know Sanctuary from the Dominus Discipline. We spent a few points on Wisdom of the Prognosticars here to give him Omen of Incursion. The final HQ choice will be a Brotherhood Librarian. I haven't played a game without one yet, and I got a little used to running them. We're going to have Empiric Amplification as well as Warp Shaping for the Psychic Powers, running a Stormbolter and Nemesis Force Sword. The second artifact will be the Contu Vambraces on this Librarian. The troops in this list maxed out. We have 6 of them, strike squads across the board. We have 5 of the strike squads running Demon Hammers on the Justicar. We have a mix of halberds and swords amongst them. It's all going to be what you see is what you get, as well as a few points spent on side cannons here and there as well. Speaking of transports, we are running 3 rhinos with no upgrades as dedicated transports. We've included some fast attack. We have 1 interceptor squad. I had a few points left over, so I added a 6th one to the squad. The Justicar has a hammer, and we have a side cannon in there. Lastly, the heavy support options, we are running 1 regular Dread Knight, who is going to also have a teleporter, a side cannon, and a greatsword. And 2 purgation squads equipped the exact same way as heavy support. We have 4 side cannons, and the Justicar is just Stormbolter and Power Sword. That there, folks, is the Grey Knights for today's game. Let's go take a look at the Demons of Slaanesh.
All right, so starting off with my HQ units, we've got a Keeper of Secrets. It's got the Shining Aegis, and we're running the Psychic Powers Hysterical Frenzy and Pavane of Slaanesh. With this one, we have the relic, the Jewel of Excess, to shut down a character. And we will be using the Exalted Keeper of Secrets stratagem on all 3 Keeper of Secrets. With this one, we are going to be going with Quicksilver Reflexes for a 4-up invulnerable save. Second Keeper of Secrets, we are running this one with the Sinistrous Hand. Psychic Powers on this one. We'll be going with Delightful Agonies, and you guessed it, Hysterical Frenzy. This one is the Warlord. We are giving it the Celerity of Slaanesh to make it fast. Then, with the Exalted Keeper trait, we are giving it Realm Racer to make it even faster. All right, next up, we've got a Herald of Slanesh. We are running it Bog Standard, Psychic Powers, Delightful Agonies. Second Herald, basically the same. Delightful Agonies and Bog Standard. And we've got an Infernal Enraptress, my only shooting attack in the entire army. The meat and potatoes of this army, we've got 4 units of Daemonettes. We've got 1 unit of 30. We got 2 units of 30 with Icon and Instrument for both of them. 1 unit of 20, Icon and Instrument for both of them. And 1 unit of 10 with nothing except the Vice Leader. And in our elite slot, we've got 3 units of 2 Fiends each. All have a Blissbringer and 1 regular Fiend. And in our Lord of War slot, we have got old Zerakanel. We are running it with Hysterical Frenzy, of course, and Phantasmagoria. And it is being run with an Exalted Keeper of Secrets. Yes, it can indeed be run as an Exalted Keeper of Secrets, and we are choosing Battle Rapture to try and make it move in combat. All of that is being run in one battalion with the Keepers and one Herald, one patrol with the Herald and the Infernal Enraptress, and one Lord of War slot with Ol Zarki.
Now to the mission and the table.
Today's mission is Grand Tournament Strike Force Battle Lines. The battlefield includes 4 objective markers with player deployment zones running the short table edges. 2 objective markers run vertically, each 14 inches from the center of the battlefield, and the other 2 run 18 inches each from the center of the battlefield, with no man's land 24 inches wide. The primary objective is Take and Hold, which is progressive. At the end of each player's command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 5 victory points for each of the following conditions they satisfy, for a maximum of 15 victory points. They control 1 or more objective markers. They control 2 or more objective markers. They control more objective markers than their opponent controls. This primary objective cannot be scored in the first battle round. The secondary objective in this mission is Vital Ground, which is progressive. It states, at the end of each of your command phases, you score 3 victory points if you control the objective marker in your opponent's deployment zone, and score 2 victory points for each objective marker you control that is not in either player's deployment zone, for a maximum of 7 victory points. This secondary objective cannot be scored in the first battle round.
Let's take a closer look at the table for the game. Ian and I will be playing on the minimum recommended table size. We're just using some of the terrain to square that off so we can use the bigger mat here. Speaking of the mat, if you're curious, it is from gamemat.eu. Like snowy industrial, maybe airport facility, whatever you want it to be. In this case, I just have it set up as an industrial type facility where the Grey Knights and the Demons of Slaanesh are going to clash. Some of the terrain we have here, we have bunkers from Hammerforge and, well, we'll say sea cans from Hammerforge, and then we have some of the GW ones as well. And then a lot of Games Workshop kits all kind of bashed together to form larger structures, I suppose. We got the old Arvis lighter up on the landing platform up there because the people love it, so I like to include it wherever I can. We're going to go ahead and pick our secondaries, attacker, defender, all that good stuff. I just want to remind our Silver Vault members or aspiring Silver Vault members that you have access to a lot of discount codes for models, terrain, and hobby supplies in the Vault section. All you have to do is go to the Vault section on the website to check it out, or there's a link in the description below. And you can always go to miniwargaming.com/silverdiscount and get redirected to where you need to be. So we are going to take a step away for a second, literally a second for you guys, and our armies will be deployed. Ta-da! It's all done and deployed. We went with Slaanesh as the defenders. They picked this side to start deploying on. Ian, why don't you go ahead and tell the people here what we have for deployment?
All right, so we got 2 units of 2 Fiends sitting back here. We've got our defensive keeper sitting right here. The Infernal Enraptress is sitting amongst the brick of 30 here. This group of 10 is going to be camping this objective for most of the game. We got 2 Heralds, probably going down the sides for both. Got to give the run and charge to the 2 bricks of 30. Zerakanel is sitting back here, hoping not to take too much firepower if I go second. And on the opposite side here, we got the Fast Keeper, another unit of Fiends, and a brick of 20 Daemonettes.
And across, we've got the Grey Knights all deployed. Now, I did deploy passively. I deployed a little bit behind the line, and I used the Rhino stacked as a wall to block some of the lanes. A little too paranoid of having to go second, and I was a little too paranoid of you deploying the Keepers on the line and then rushing forward, so I didn't want my bigger things to get caught. And I also didn't want to get wrapped by Demonettes, so I don't want to go first in this mission. I do not want to go first at all, so it's out of our control, though, in that regard. So I have a Rhino with a Halberd and a... This is the squad with Halberds. This is the squad with no Demon Hammer on the Justicar, but it's got a side cannon. This is a double sword squad. And then in there we have a Halberd and sword squad. All the Justicars have hammers. This is the only one without the hammer. Just frame of reference, just leaving the models on top there. We have our Librarian. We have our Brother Captain. We have side cannons, our Purgation squads on both the canisters in the back there to provide support or supporting fire. We put our Interceptors over here with our Nemesis Dread Knight armor, and over here our Grandmaster Dread Knight armor as well. Now, not too sure who's going to go first here. And for the Tide, well, you pick everything before the game, right? So I think I'm going to start with the Tide of Convergence, and I'm probably not going to swap out of that because I like the mortal wounds on nemesis weapons over the preferred enemy against demons on the Tide of Banishment, but the reduction in leadership might be pretty good. So we'll see how that goes. I might swap to that, but I think overall I'll be doing a lot more damage, which is the thing I find weird about Grey Knights versus Demons. I'm going to go on a little bit of a ramble, so if you don't want to listen to my crap, just like skip ahead a little bit in the video, I suppose. But the Tide of Convergence, in a lot of cases, can be better than the Tide of Banishment against Demons, just because the access to all the mortal wound spamming and the extra range on side cannons, well, side weapons, I should say, can be quite good. Now, I might be wrong there, but it's just, like, it doesn't seem like it'd be worth swapping to it. Maybe against an all-demon force, maybe. The reduction in bravery could be pretty good to force morale checks, but might be getting more damage overall with the mortal wounds. But like, there's already access to rerolling hit rolls of 1, right? You have Grandmasters and brother captains and all that good stuff. Not that they're super spread out properly to affect the entire army, but you guys get the idea. Anyways, rant done. Going over our secondaries here. I did not want to go with any Warpcraft ones, even though I'm Grey Knights. I was too afraid of having to go second, and then the Demons of Slaanesh literally taking over 75% of the board, so I wouldn't be able to do a ritual. And if I did Psychic Interrogation, well, there is a lot of denying the Witch in the Slaanesh army, so if I just have one bad roll, and then Ian's able to deny it, that's a lot of secondaries out of my control. So what I went with was Vital Ground for the mission secondary. I went with Stranglehold, because that goes in line with Vital Hold. And then I'm going to try it. There was a couple other ones I wanted to pick, but I know I'm going to get some points out of Destroy the Demon, which is a Grey Knight specific secondary. The first one is like 5 points for a Demon Primarch, not going to matter here. You get 1 point for any demon unit killed, and if it's a monster, it's 3 points instead. So I'll get 3 points per keeper equivalent, and then 1 point for anything else I kill. I expect to get 8 to 10-ish points for that, and if I get anything more, it just means I'm doing exceptionally well as a Grey Knight and rolling above average in most cases. But it's not a bad amount of points to get. Now I'm still a little iffy on my other secondaries because that means I do have to fight for the middle objectives, but I should be able to get enough of them throughout the course of the game.
All right, secondaries. We're going with You Know It, You Love It, Rod, Retrieve Octarius data. I feel reasonably confident that I can grab that one. Just getting into other table quarters is going to be hard for me. I'm real quick.
Yeah.
And for the exact same reasons, engage in all fronts. You know it, you love it. It's fairly self-explanatory.
Slaanesh is fast enough to infiltrate all over the place.
And for the final mission objective, we're going to go with Vital Ground, much like Luca, because I also feel that I've got a fairly good chance of getting on to all the other objectives.
Exactly. And like a disclaimer for both Ian and myself here, I went with Grey Knights because I wanted to play an Imperial faction, and it just seemed like a fitting matchup, even though they don't really have any bonuses against demons that much anymore. Because any bonuses you'd get against demons, you'd have to pick before the game, before you even know you're fighting demons. And you couldn't justify picking any of that stuff if you didn't know you're fighting against demons.
Also love to have a vaguely fluffy match.
Exactly, and then it's always nice to have a vaguely fluffy match. And the nice thing now is you can actually play Grey Knights versus demons and not really care at all. Because it's not like, oh, I get to reroll all wound rolls and I do 4 damage smites against demons and yada, 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 right?
Yeah.
The Tide of Convergence or the Tide of Banishment's okay, but I think Convergence is better in some regards. Depends on what you're fighting against, obviously. But anyways, it's just a cool matchup. So what I wanted to say, moral of the story is, I'm not experienced with Grey Knights. Long gone are the days of being able to play multiple armies competently. So I'm going to try if you're looking for a super tight Grey Knight match, I'm going to try my best to give that to you. But if I make some dumb mistakes or I forget good stratagems at certain points, I apologize. And then Ian has not played Slaanesh a lot, right?
You've played more games in 9th edition in 1 month than I've played pretty much since the dropping of the whole edition. So,
exactly right. A lot of people only have time for hobbying. It's hard to get out to play games, especially with things clearing up.
So we'll find out.
Exactly. So we're gonna try our best to make this nice and tight Eternal War. But if things are forgotten on either end, well, I apologize. We're going to go ahead and roll out to see who must go first. I will let it be well known I do not want to go first, but I will if I have to. Do you want to go first or second?
I think I want to go second with your tricksy passive deployment.
Exactly, yeah, because I don't have good range. I can't, like, if I go first, I'm going to get a few, like, Stormbolter shots here or there, maybe. I could be aggressive with a Grey Knight, Dread Knight, but, like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to throw his life away.
I'm giving you the come hither clause.
Exactly. So either one of us are going to pounce on the other if they're too aggressive. I'm gonna hope that you're pretty much forced to be aggressive because I at least have guns.
I am forced to be aggressive by the very nature of Slaanesh.
Exactly. Okay, rolling to see who must go first. Blah, blah, blah. I got a... Ooh, you got a 6. Da-da-da-da. All right. Unfortunately, Ian must go first.
Okay.
So it'll be turn 1, Demons of Slaanesh. Give the people here a good look at the command points we have. Ian's down to 7. Well, he's going to go up to 7 in this command phase for various detachments and upgrades on his keepers. I'm down to 10 because I got an extra roller trait, an extra relic, and we're ready to get this show going.
All right, +1 command points, old book, so I got nothing else to do. Time to move.
Where do you want to start?
I think we're going to start with these fiends here.
Fiends on this side of the table. Would you like to advance them or just move them?
Oh, we're going to be advancing, I believe, yep. All right, 14 plus. All right, these fiends moving up 19 inches, but I'm just going to get them far enough to be hiding behind here.
Yeah, we've already pre-measured. That's where they're ending up.
The Daemonettes will be moving and advancing, +1 for the musician. Another 3.
So we've got the nice little apocalypse movement trays for them. Keep them nice and tight and movement a lot quicker, I suppose.
So much quicker.
So much quicker. That's where they're going to end up with their move. Just getting near objective number 4. Well, I should say specifically on objective number 4. Not that the number of the objective matters so much, but I didn't want to use the JW mats for this one here just because I didn't line up nicely with the mat underneath. The colors are a little off. So if anyone was expecting them, I apologize. These will work fine though.
All right, we're running the keeper over this here box because I don't want to go around him.
All right, so it's
Extra 4, that is the fast keeper, so that is going 19 plus 4, which is 23.
all right. And then the box is just 6 inches, 2 up, 2 across,
Yep.
2 down. So still going pretty far. 17. Sort of just vaults over it, or just I guess leaps over it. Whatever, however you want to look at it, no problem.
Think of the most graceful thing, and it did that. All right, we'd be running and charging the Daemonette unit here, and then we'll bring up the Heralds, and then the same with that Daemonette.
Yeah, we're going to show you where all of the Demonettes and the Heralds end up after this. So we'll go ahead and roll the first advance roll.
First advance,
An extra 3.
3 inches.
And we'll be back in a second. And voila. Demonettes, and then the Heralds following behind them. Just taking up a middle position on the table here. Pretty much forcing me to have to deal with them. Or I'll suffer the great wrap and destruction of my strike squads and rhinos. And what is next?
Next up, we're going to move the Infernal and Rapturous for Psychic Disruption.
Ah, yes.
We're going to run and charge. 8 inches. Or
Run and shoot.
run and shoot.
Right up to that generator.
All right, in the face of scary side cannons, I'm not going to be using Zerikanel's full movement. I'm just going to be moving it up to here, which is outside of the effective range.
Yeah, there's no need to really get in scary range for them. Just try and mitigate as much damage. The Demonettes are going to eat up a lot of the firepower here is what's happening.
As is their lot in life.
Yeah.
Nothing for it. We got to move the Fiends forward. That's all they're made for, is going forward. Advance and advance.
Nice. And then it's nice to have something on the objectives too. On the
Absolutely.
on the flip side for points. And they're going to end up on the other side of the pipe near the objective.
Same deal with the second unit of Fiends. 3 inches.
Nice.
Second unit of Fiends going up right about here.
I don't feel so confident anymore about my position here. It's like a lot of threats. I think I have an idea what I have to do, but I have to be careful with how I approach it. I think one small mistake on my end, and then the Demons of Slanesh can pounce on it, and it'll be over for me.
Something's going to pounce eventually, but you have to remember these are incredibly fragile units.
I know, yeah, it's true, it's true. All right, well, we got one last Keeper of Secrets. What's the plan? Currently protected by the obscuring terrain here, obviously.
That is the defensive one, and I think there's nothing for it. It's got to go up. It's got to go up this side.
It's going to hang out over here?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Advancing. Well, that's more than enough physical. Boop, right there. Don't even have to measure that one. Let me get that die in there, though. Boom. Shoop, shoop, bloop, bloop, bloop. Even with the -2 movement, the +6, like, it already moves 18 inches. It's all good there. Well, in the end, it moves 18, but that's less than 18, is what I'm trying to say. We're on to the Psychic phase, where we have a lot of Psychic powers. All right. First one is Delightful Agonies from this Herald. You need a second die. There you go.
Perfect.
This cast on probably a 6 or something like that. Ooh. From that Herald, I have no way to stop it. Nothing in range to deny, so that's going to go on these Demonettes.
Yes, indeed.
And that is a 6-up to ignore wounds and mortal wounds, if I recall.
It is.
Yeah, it's double checking. 6-up. The Chaos Space Marine one is the 5-up. If anyone's curious, that will affect them. I cannot stop it. That will surely save a few Demonettes.
Fingers crossed.
I would imagine. After that, we're pretty much done with the Psychic phase because everything else is offensive based and no need to risk the perils. So we have a shooting attack.
We got one shooting attack. The Heartstring Lyre off the Infernal Lorn Rapturous is going to take one shot at the Rhino.
All right, bring it on. I'm not going to bother popping smoke.
Oh, come on.
I assume it misses on it too.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, that, oh my god, it's a hit.
But we did advance. Does that matter? Is it an assault weapon?
It's an assault weapon.
All right, so should be a miss then. All right, yeah, that would be a miss with the
no.
advance. All right, the advance got it in range. That makes
close enough.
Yeah, but it does unfortunately miss. All right.
I'm not re-rolling that.
Oh, that's fair. We have, that's completion. That's turn done. Scoring, we get engaged on all fronts for 3 points because we have one on this side, and the same is true over there. Just as long as we're on the other side of the objectives, they're on that table quarter. And they're obviously more than X amount away from the center of the table, which is right on that nub right there pretty much. So that's 3 points for Ian to my 0. Because the other, Vital Ground isn't scored until, what's it called? Next turn.
Next turn.
And then, I guess actually this unit here probably wanted to move and do retrieve Octarius data, if I recall.
Yeah.
So let's do one correction. We're gonna Zarkai Neil stay within 3 of the edge of the objective, and then these Demonettes are gonna move over here to move on the following turn to get the points for that one. And they're gonna be the ones to probably get these 2 table quarters while the other ones rush forward to try and get one or both of my table quarters. I hope people will excuse this, but we're gonna just allow Ian to say that they deployed back here, which didn't interrupt anything else. That way they just do Rod right away.
Yeah.
It changes nothing in the game. Zarkai Neil still moves to that position to stay in that. We can even say they deployed further back and they moved to there, and then they started doing retrieve Octarius data.
I'm not what you call a pro GT player here.
Yeah, Ian's not burning up the GT scene. It's been very few games for him. Probably the first time you've taken retrieve Octarius data.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there we go. I just expected it. I only realized it at the end of the turn. I'm like, oh yeah, you have to do Rod. Oh crap, Rod. So yeah, it's what you can't. So the problem with retrieve Octarius data is you cannot be within 6 inches of another table quarter when you go to do it. That's why they must deploy over here to do it first, and then they can advance next turn and plan to do that table quarter on like turn 3 or 4, while one of the other units does these table quarters later on. But it must be infantry, so it actually has to be the Demonette units that do it, which is why they're one of the units I must kill to try and deny retrieve Octarius data, because I believe they're beasts.
They are.
Yeah. I will be gaining a command point going up to 11. I don't have a whole lot to do in my command phase with this build. There's the Ward Maker stratagem, which allows my characters to change up their psychic powers, but I'm kind of happy with what I have for my psychic powers right now. I might utilize that later in the game, but not right now. I have to think of a way to play very reserved, do a lot of damage to the forces rushing towards me, but at the same time, don't overexpose myself. I think I know how to go about doing that, but we might as well just start working at our secondaries. Can't get Vital Ground right away. Gonna kill some demons maybe, and
definitely.
Yeah. But then there's Stranglehold, which I don't. Stranglehold is gonna be very difficult. I actually don't think I can get Stranglehold turn 1 because of that big clump of demonettes over there. You get the one model on it over there, but I have to charge the giant unit of 30 and then somehow survive. Yeah, so again, to give some people some tactical insight, you can just jump ahead if you don't care about this part of it, but Stranglehold requires me to get at least 3 objectives and more than my opponent, so I'll need all 3 of them. Mine, this one. This one I can get pretty confident. That one's difficult. So the idea here is that I would have to charge a unit of demonettes, this one here, because of the range limitations on where my strike squad is. They could move, disembark, probably end up around there. That's like relatively easy charge. But on the flip side, I'm charging 30 demonettes. And that one Demonette Alluress is on the objective, but if I charge them, that will give them the pile-in and consolidate to get more troops on the objective, thus kind of messing up my whole plan there. So I'm not too sure how to go about getting Stranglehold. I don't know if I should go for it this turn or not. I'll try and figure something out in that regard, but I'm going to go on to movement and stop my talking. What we are going to do is have the Force Halberd squad I believe, is the plan is for them to disembark. Bloop, because they wound them on 2s because they're strength 6. So I might as well try to utilize that. Disembarking there, we're going to move them forward 6 is the plan here. Ending there, the charge I want to do is towards the Fiends because I need to get troops onto the objective. Not that's going to get me any points, but it will deny points for the Demons of Slaanesh as we wrap around the primary next turn because I can't have them having more than me. And if I could somehow deny that one, it'd only be 5 points, but I just don't think that's going to happen. But I can at least try and deny 5 points over here, and all it'll cost me is a strike squad, and hopefully they do some damage on their way out. We're going to leave the strike squad in here. This is the one with the basic Justicar and a side cannon. We are going to drive that Rhino to about there. But no advance or anything like that. And then likewise with this Rhino, we're going to disembark the strike squad with the halberds, and we're going to move them out fully. And they're going to end up there after the move. I'm actually very afraid with every move I'm doing here. It's like, well, like one small slip up and that's it. That could cost the game. I think I want to disembark one of them as well to get more supporting Stormbolters out here. So I'm going to disembark one of the strike squads from this Rhino as well. They're both identical, so it doesn't quite matter. They're just all swords. That's where they're going to end up with their final move. I don't want them to be within 12 of the Fiends because the Fiends have a 12-inch orb negative 1 to cast psychic powers. Which I can't avoid that with them, but those I can avoid it with. And then I got to move those 2 Rhinos yet. And before we move the Rhinos, I'm going to move the Grandmaster. It only moves 9, so we're going to go up and around this way because I don't want to take the -2 if we're going for the barricade. Unfortunately, it doesn't get the Incinerator in range at all, so what I'm going to do is just back him up a little bit. If I'm not going to get the Flamer in range, no need to risk his position any further than I already am.
Closer, you coward.
No, we're going to instead move this Rhino over to here. We're going to go to about there instead. Just so it can fire its Stormbolter, but provide some protection for that Grandmaster. Librarian move up 5. Because of the amount of models in the way and the position that they're in, only the guys on top can see, so what we're going to do is we're just going to move them and take the negative to hit penalty. And just make it so we can get more of them up here. That way they can have better line of sight. I'll take up that position there. I got all this to worry about. So with this Rhino, I think we're going to go 5 to about there, and we're going to keep moving. We're going to drive you into that gap there, and just have you hang out there. And we'll go more like that. And the Interceptors are going to jump with their 12-inch move to that position, just to put some Stormbolters down the line. And then we are going to have you, Mr. Dread Knight, just move to there. Just get that heavy side cannon in range of stuff, and without blocking the side cannons back here too much. And then lastly, we got Brother Captain, who's just going to move up to stay within 6 of them, most likely. We're going to have you move your 5 to about there, just to provide a little bit of like a lieutenant or a reroll if you're familiar with Space Marines. It doesn't do the 1s to hit. That's what the Grandmaster does, but I'm only allowed 1 of these in the detachment, so he's within 6 of them. And then, obviously, within 6 of them. And we're near the objective, too. We can fire our Mastercraft Stormbolter. Woo! Not that the 2 damage matters. We've committed to our moves. Everything that I want to move is moved. We're going to go on to the Psychic phase, where we got a lot of Psychic powers to shoot out here. So, what we're going to start with is... Let's go take a look at... I don't know. I guess the Grandmaster. I won't lie. I'm actually too afraid to Vortex of Doom here, because I do not want to kill them. I want to hurt them. I do not want to kill them, though, because if I kill one of them, it makes my charge a lot harder. So I'm just going to throw out a Smite, I suppose. Just keep it simple, and just I'm not going to use any stratagems to really augment his initial Psychic phase. I'm going to be a little more reserved for the next turn, I suppose. Oh, we just got to get there. Smite must hit the Fiends, because they're closest by a wee bit. They're like 17 3/4 away. We got it with a 7. That's just D3 mortal wounds. Would you like to try and stop that one? I have a lot more Psychic powers coming at you.
No.
No, just D3 mortal wounds?
Yep.
Bloop. It does 1. There we go. And that's it for the Grandmaster. I don't want to overcommit with Gate of Infinity or anything crazy like that. I'm just going to hold back and keep it calm and collected. Let's see what that Librarian can do. We got Empiric Amplification and Warp Shaping. Amplification is not going to help too much because it increases the damage my psi weapons do to targets, and I'm going to be targeting mostly Demonettes. So it's +1 damage for all psi weapons and Nemesis weapons. I kind of probably should have put Empiric Amplification on you as well as Gate. But I can always change up my psychic powers. You know, that's a better combo for that guy there. Which I'll spend a command point to fix that later, I suppose. So the Librarian, there's no need to warp shape because I don't want to leave Tide of Convergence. And I guess we're gonna smite. Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna be a little gutsy here. I could re-roll that. I don't want to suffer. You don't want to suffer perils against demons of chaos because it makes it 2d3 mortal wounds instead of just d3. But I have the Contuve Embraces on him, which he has a 4 up to ignore mortal wounds. He's got like a better Aegis in addition to reducing the damage he suffers. Like, but I want the d6 mortal wounds because it sounds super cool. So we're gonna suffer the perils, and you're gonna do demonic possession for 1 command point.
I'm gonna spend 1 command point and do demonic possession. Yes.
All right. So the 2d3 mortal wounds first. 4. All right. Not bad. It does bring you down to 6. Boop. The Van Braces give me a 4 up to ignore. I take 1 mortal wound. I would have made all the Aegis ones anyways. Huh, interesting. Down to 4, and we're gonna see if we can get any value out of the big smite. Ah, classic. 1 whole mortal wound. You have the 6 up to ignore because of Delightful Agonies. Let's see if it even gets past this. Okay, well, we got 1 Demonette with that. It is what it is. Okay, we're gonna be done with that Librarian because nothing else we really want to cast from there. We're gonna go to the... Yeah, we're gonna go to the Purgation Squads. They're both gonna cast. They have a built-in. They know Smite and Astral Aim. I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Astral Aim. We got it, and they're gonna cast Astral Aim. This is from a discipline that has a rule like Smite where they cast the same one multiple times, except it costs 1 more every time they attempt to cast it.
Okay.
That's a perils over there. Okay, well, you can't make that a possession. So
unfortunately.
They're gonna suffer a mortal wound, and they have a 5 up to ignore it. Okay.
Well, hot day.
So they don't get the power off, and they don't suffer anything from the mortal wound, but they do get Astral Aim off. And if anyone is curious what Astral Aim does, it got reworked. It is reroll 1 hit roll, and the target doesn't get the benefits of cover. Not that Demons of Slaanesh care about that all too much. Oh, okay, now I gotta remember what you have. They know they have built-in Hammerhand. That's not gonna help me here. Smite's not gonna be in range. So the... what are they called here? Interceptors will cast their weird power. That is Ethereal Castigation. It lets them shoot now and then move, but then they're kind of done for the turn. It lets them kind of weave in and out of combat. So it goes off on a 6. They fail it. Okay, that's fine. And then what do we have? We have 3 strike squads left, I believe. Yes, 3 strike squads left. Oh, we got the Brother Captain who knows. Sanctuary. He doesn't know Sanctuary. I'll throw Sanctuary out there. Maybe. He is kind. He's just standing beside me with the discipline books open for these guys. So Sanctuary is too far away to deny. We're gonna put it on that unit, that strike squad. It'll give them a 4 up invulnerable save until my next psychic phase, which may or may not help them. I have no idea. And then we have those 3 units casting powers. We are gonna go with Hammerhand because that's probably gonna do more damage than Smite will. And I've already cast 3 smites already. So Hammerhand goes off on a 5. We got it with a 6. You could try and deny. You might as well try and deny these 3 powers because they're my last ones. And now the Infernal and Rapturous has a rule. If you roll doubles while casting psychic powers within 24, it's a Perils of the Warp. So they're going to suffer perils. Why don't you go ahead and roll D3 mortal wounds up for me then? Do you murder one of my guys? 1. All right, well, they have the Aegis. Oh, they take a mortal wound. There, it worked. Yeah, so we'll put it over there. So this Keeper is going to attempt to deny that psychic power. You... Okay, you don't?
Nope.
Do you want to re-roll it or you don't care about that? It lets them re-roll wound rolls, is what Hammerhand does.
No, you're going to be coming in with 2s to wound at this point, so...
They might go this way. Because they have a higher toughness, so it'll be 3s to wound if I go that way.
No, if you go into them, it's pretty much over for them at that point.
Okay, that's fair. That's also probably very true, with or without the reroll.
Yeah.
We are going to have this squad attempt Hammerhand as well, because again, I don't think Smite's very valuable for them, because, yeah, we fail that Hammerhand, because it's a 6 to cast. They have a rule called Psychic Confluence. Again, they can all cast the same power. Hammerhand over there. That is a 6, which we fail. It needs a 7, so we go to 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay, and we're done. Easy peasy. We're gonna go into the shooting phase because we just finished the psychic phase. We're gonna start shooting with the Purgation squads in the back because they have limited range. This squad will fire their 4 side cannons, which moved, at the Demonettes over here. They have 30-inch range right now because of the Tide of Convergence, I believe. Hitting on 4s, these guys did not get Astral Aim off, but they are near a Grand Master. So they do get to reroll the hit rolls of 1. That's a 2. It helped once. Nice. These are Strength 7, so these wound on 2s. And we have 4 wounding hits on the Demonettes. And 5 up save. You make, ooh, none. So just roll, so these are all 2 damage each because they're side cannons. So go ahead and roll all the dice, and any 6s just re-roll. And then, no. So no. If anyone's curious, I'm going to explain this once for fast dice rolling. So each one would be taking 2 damage. So what Ian did here is roll the first set for each of them. So hypothetically, say this one rolled a 6, then you could take that one again and roll it. And if you rolled another 6, it made 2 6-up saves for the Delightful Agonies to survive. But each one of them rolled at least 1 fail, so that means 4 of them are dead. It's kind of, defeats the purpose of fast dice rolling. But one explanation might speed it up for later. So that is 4 dead from shooting there. And then we're going to go on to this Purgation Squad, who's going to be doing the same thing, but at that unit of Demonettes over there instead. These are also forced to hit. Not rerolling hit rolls of 1, but they did get Astral Aim Off, which means they get to reroll 1 hit roll. You! Nice.
Hey.
And these are 2s to wound. But when your Brother Cat, it didn't matter. Okay, so we have, this time they did much better, 6 wounding hits. And these are demon saves.
Give me them 5s.
Oh, we make 1 this time. So
hey.
we gunned down 5 of them. Storm Bolters weren't in range. These ones did not get agonies off. These ones are just dead.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that was
right.
them over there. 1 tray of them from the back goes away. And then we're gonna go with side cannon on Buddy. Heavy side cannon. Yeah, heavy side cannon. Not, Ian pointed out I could fire that keeper over there. I think I just want to put a lot of pressure on the Demonettes. I think that's my hope here.
I just want you to make sure you consider all your options.
It's true. It's true. It's not a bad target, but it's not going to kill it, nor is it really going to do too much right now. I'm going to deal with that Keeper Secrets later. Right now, we're going to whittle down the amount of Demonettes all over my face. So the heavy side cannon, we have 6 shots, and these hit on 3s. We have 1 miss. We are winning on 2s, and we have 5 saves on them. Demon saves.
Give me them 5s.
You haven't rolled a single one, Ian.
Hey.
5 more dead Demonettes. The extra damage on it doesn't matter. Just pumping shots into them, and gonna try and whittle them down. Okay, next up, you. Mastercrafted Stormbolter. He is in Terminator armor, so he gets Bolter Discipline, hitting on 2s and 3s. That's 4 more wounding hits on Demonettes. Demon saves. These are 2 damage each, but it won't matter against them.
Nope.
Okay, so we've rolled 3, 4, 9. Wait, 4, 9 plus 4, 5 more, 14, 4, 18, and not a single 5 up yet.
You've killed. I got 1.
Oh, you did get 1?
I got 1.
You got 1? Okay, my bad. I
1,
forgot.
thank you. Was it this unit?
Yes. So boop, pull them, and then we'll have 1 more Demoness standing in there. And he is done. Okay, let's go with the Librarian, firing at those Demonettes over there now. Now, I've played against Ian in the past, and Ian has played against Josh in the past, and this is kind of par for the course. I apologize for it. It's just like I was gonna hit with everything. Oh, I missed!
Hey.
I wounded twice.
Okay, well.
Just 1 damage each, and then Demon saves. Stormbolters. I killed 2 more. Okay.
All right.
This squad over there. Boop boop. And then, oh goodness. We're having an argument off camera. It's like you can't just be unlucky, but evidently you can be.
Yeah.
Not an argument, but like I'm making fun of him. But he was like, I can't believe it.
I am lucky in life, but unlucky in war games.
I'm trying my best to like point out. I'm like, surely it'll like, okay, we're gonna do these 5 firing at them next. They are rapid firing though, so it's gonna be 20 shots. This is where like the damage is gonna amp up a little bit.
Daemonettes are paper people, and as soon as I get my chance to fight back, it'll start to make a difference.
It'll start to show. I can't like, even like 5 Demonettes can kill 5 of my strike squad.
God, so, I hope so.
that's where it's like, if you roll well enough. That's really as a like an extreme example. It's not likely, but 1 Demonet is a threat is what I'm trying to point out here. So I gotta whittle them down as much as I can. 20 shots into Demonettes because they are terrifying. Plus, it's all the obsec they have too, because we took conflicting objectives. They are hitting on 3s, but they are near the Grand Master on the other side of the round behind them. So they'll reroll any 1s in there.
You better not embarrass him.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Boom, 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 boom. This is why like the tide of look at this. This is why the tide of banishment's not super great right now, just because I already have access to so many rerolls that I could use it later on in the game. I think it might be a little more beneficial for the leadership reduction alone. These are 3s to wound. We are not. I would be able to reroll some of these, which is true, but here we go. This many saves. And what do they got? 5 ups. Now these ones you get to reroll in this. Oh, there's 1. Okay, sick, nice. At least you got 1. You get to. These are delightful agony saves.
Give me them 6s.
We got another 1. Nice.
Hey.
So it saved 1. The power worked for 1. Oh gosh, it's still 8 dead.
8.
So it's 3 and then 1 more tray. Well, at least the trays make it quick and painless.
Yep.
All right, well, now we're gonna go into this squad, firing them as well. 20 more shots. Oh, Stormbolters. Reroll 1s, because... Oh no, these guys have no rerolls. They are too far forward. Their fate is to die for Titan, but do as much as they can before that happens. Now, these ones I never picked up and rolled. Oh wow, that was...
Hey.
There we go, we got it. We finally have a bad roll. 5 wounding hits. Glorious, glorious bad rolls. I kill maybe 3.
Yeah, 3, maybe.
Delightful Agonies.
And
3.
3. So much worse.
All right, so 3 of them go down. And then we have a few pot shots with the rhinos. We're going to do this rhino.
You're dead
Firing
now.
him.
Go away.
Stormbolter. We have 4 hits. And 2 wounds. Before Ian does any of his saves, this rhino there is going to fire them as well. Put him in a position of rapid fire against the front models. And it's another... I'm sorry, I assume you're not going to be pulling the command. It was like the rest of the musicians
No.
banner. Yeah. So it's just another 2 wounds.
Okay.
So 4 in total.
Give me them 5s.
Oh, there you go. 2.
Hey.
And then 6s for Delightful Agonies.
Come on. Nope.
And then this rhino over here is going to take a couple of shots at the demonettes on the objective. Lighten them up a wee bit there. It's only 2 shots though. And 1 hit and a wound. Just 1 wounding hit.
Hey, come on. Nope.
1 damage. Kills 1 demonette in the back there. Boop. Okay. And then, I guess I just have you left. Okay, we're going to put the Gatling Silencer into those demonettes. I got to keep laying into them. That is going to be heavy 12. Hitting on 2s, because he's a Grandmaster, and wounding on 3s. And we have 7 more saves on those demonettes. Which is 5 up, 6 ups.
Hey, let's see them 5 ups. 2.
So 5 maybe die. Because they got Delightful Agonies. They like it! Well,
Oh, they love it.
maybe one of them likes it.
I mean, these are
2 do.
blessed bolts, so maybe this is probably a bad time for them, but you know.
True. That's true. That's true. 3 of them get gunned down, and then my shooting is complete. I did whittle the demonettes down quite a bit, a little bit more than I thought I was going to. I got a little lucky in that regard. We're going to go on to charging. Charging. We're going to have that strike squad declare charge against that unit of demonettes. We're trying to make a wall of steel, or silver, I should say, or gray. And we're going to sacrifice ourselves for Titan. I don't think you have any reactions really with stratagems we can do against it. I rolled an 8. Ending there. I'm going to commit to the charge. I think it's a mistake, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to see how it goes for them. Because this is the charge I must do. But I have to fight there first because Slaanesh gets to always fight first. I get like my 1 fight on the charge, and then all the Slaanesh get to go, we alternate.
We get to alternate.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't, like, those demonettes will kill them hands down. Over here, on the other hand, these fiends might not kill them, so I have to just hope to get lucky, I guess. We're gonna charge with the Rhino first.
You will be surprised just how quickly those fiends can go down if they don't get to fight back.
So the problem is they're going to get to fight first over here because I've committed to that. I should not have done that. But this is an opportunity to whittle down that flank a little bit further as well.
You want to do that.
I at the same time, I do want to. That's why I'm committing to it, but I don't like it. I'm not in love with the plan at all.
Yeah, you know.
But we're going to see. Let's see. This charge over here, the Rhino goes 8 inches because the guy go over the pipes. But 8 makes it in. And now, the strike squad charging them. I do need a 7. It's only a 5, but the pipes are going to make it a little bit harder. That's a 6. I am at the command point reroll that one. So that's the command point. I'm going to go down to 10. I got a 10 instead. Nice.
Nice.
Just to give an update on command points. All right, worthy sacrifice for Titan. Now, that is a small squad of demonettes there. I think I'm going to declare a charge over there and see what happens. A 10? Dang, that was one of those crazy charges. I'm going to see just what happens exactly. You're going to go there. And boom. That way, at least I get like 2 activations to the 1 Slaanesh one, and I don't feel as bad, so I'll get like a good trade. I'll get a good trade somewhere. And I'll just roll 10 plus charges across the board and just get exactly what I want.
It's that easy.
You know what? I never actually shot them.
All right, do it.
Nah, it's too late.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. I feel bad because I killed enough already. So we're not going to shoot them.
You're under some sort of belief that this is a problem that I have. All of my keepers are still alive.
I know. That's okay. We're not going to bother shooting them. We're just going to keep, I'm already on the charge phase. I've already moved a bunch of my stuff. So we're going to go ahead and start fighting, and I think I got to fight there first. Gross. Something like just there. And I'm gonna see if I have any stratagems here. I don't think I do. And we're gonna start swinging some dice. 12 attacks with the Nemesis Force Halberds, hitting on 3s. Okay, not bad. And then these are wounding on 2s. 6s do more wounds in addition to their normal damage.
Cool.
So that's 4 dead.
Whoa.
That's 4 dead Demonettes on that tide. That was a 6, sorry.
Yep.
And then these failed to wound. And we have, so it's 4 dead Demonettes and then that many invulnerable saves.
Okay.
And then, yeah, just do those 4 as well. Might as well. And then 5 ups. So you actually save 2 of them. So that's 4. So that's 6 dead so far, plus these. 6. 7.
Hey.
It only kills 7. But we have the Demon Hammer, which hit twice and wounds. Does a mortal wound. And then 2 saves. Taking the handful away because of the halberds. Bloop. And then we already pulled 1 more. And then 2 more saves from the Demon Hammer. 5 pluses. So we kill 2 because of the mortal
Yep.
wound. Bloop. And bloop. Okay, and then, Demons of Slanesh get a pick now because they're fast. Here we have the Fiends attacking back. Obviously, all the attacks are able to go into the Grey Knights because they're within half an inch of each other, and then the ones already in engagement range.
Any
These are their claws.
3s to hit.
Okay, good. Good start for me.
Okay.
I can't afford to lose too many Grey Knights over here at the Strike Squad.
And 4s to wound. Okay.
There's 1, but that's super high AP, 2 damage.
That
right?
is -4 AP.
So that just kills a Grey Knight outright. Do they have
2 damage.
any more attacks?
Yep, they've got their vicious barbed tails. 1 attack with their tails each, so hitting on 3s.
Hey.
Wounding on 4s. Oh.
That's up to 4, sorry. It does kill off that Strike Squad member. And then the next pick I should go for would be this Strike Squad team here.
100%.
Let's see if we can't beat up these ladies. Boom. These are 3s to hit. With the Strike Squad, these are swords, so these are only 3s to wound, not the 2s I'm really looking for. The AP differences won't matter against demons. No 6s either. Okay, so there's only 4 wounding hits.
All right. Give me them 5s. Nope.
Okay, these are 2 damage, so you got a fast die roll this one.
Give me them 6s. Nope.
4 dead. All right, well, we don't quite kill them off, which is actually a little better for me.
It's, yeah.
Because there's a stratagem that, like, it's actually a pretty wild stratagem.
It's actually better. So much better for you.
Yeah, that they didn't die there. But I want them to die later. It's a stratagem we don't get to see often. It's demons against Grey Knights. When a Grey Knight unit kills off any non-named unit of Demons of Chaos, like a Keeper of Secrets or Fiends or like a giant unit of 30 Demonettes, 2 command points, entire unit comes back at the end of the following movement phase for that demon player, or that demon player's next movement phase. So like 30 Demonettes just pop back into the game for 2 command points. They do not cost reinforcement points in match play games.
It's wild.
It is wild, yeah. 7 attacks back from the Demonettes. These are probably hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
Gotta imagine they run. Oh, 1 miss.
All right.
And then these are strength 4 because they're near a Herald.
Oh, I might be out of range of the Herald by now.
And that's with within 6. Double check. 4s to wound.
4s.
Okay, well, it mattered. There's that's AP 4, correct?
AP 3 for just these claws.
So it is AP 4. No save against that. Are these AP 1 normally or no?
AP 1 normally.
So 4s. So that will save 1, but then that is 1 dead Grey Knight. Okay, we're gonna kill you off. And that means I'm gonna go ahead and try and beat up some of these fiends. Let's just go up to the pipe there. You as well. And then we'll just keep pushing up there. We're gonna go with the Demon Hammer, I suppose, because it's 3 damage. See if it matters. I'm pretty sure the fiends are -1. Are the fiends -1 to hit? Or no? I'm thinking of AOS. Okay. These are 4s to hit. Not a bad start. And these are probably 2s to wound. Doesn't matter. That's 3 demon saves with a Demon Hammer. Whoa.
And give me the 5s.
That is 3 damage, which kills 1, and then another 3, which brings 1 down to 1.
Yep.
We have the rest of the squad and their halberds, it looks like. We have lots of hits, and we're just looking for 1/6 here. Didn't get a 6. They're T4.
T4.
So that's 5 saves, 5 demon saves. These are 2 damage each, so you gotta make every single one of them.
Yeah. Oh, I bet I know how this is gonna go.
No, that is 6
Closer
damage.
than I expected.
Now, do you want to spend 2 command points in Demonic Incursion these 2, or save the command points for other units?
You know that's a tough bargain, Luca, but I think we're gonna save it for the big unit.
Okay, that's fair.
Screaming back to the warp.
Back to the warp with them. Then, we're gonna go ahead and just get this rhino out of the way. We are going to just take up this position. We're just gonna go right up to the pole here. Boop, 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 boop. It does get to move up to 6. That's fine. I just don't want the fiends to be able to squeeze through it. We're trying to play with the the denial zone, so it's about there. Not denial zone, but like smaller maps. So it's like this 2 inches doesn't exist. And I think, wait, no, we should probably have to resolve their attacks, eh? So yeah, they get to pile in a swing. If anyone's curious here, we're not going to bother piling them in too much. Well, they can if you want to. I got that one's base in contact over there, so it couldn't get on the objective, so we both just have a model on the objective. I couldn't get 2 on the objective, though, unfortunately. But I was able to kill a lot of the Demonettes off. We are going to change up a little tactical thing here. When they went into fight, we're going to have it so Ian doesn't pull from that side. We're actually going to take 2 of the Demonettes from over here instead and keep 2 of the ones surviving in the back, so when they pile in, they can get on the objective.
That Luke is a canny opponent.
Thus allowing him to retain control of the objective in his next turn. Many attacks!
Hitting on 3s.
3 is the magic number. We have, you're rolling pretty good on the attacks here, at least.
Yeah.
Now, let's see some 6s on the backside here.
Hey, here we go.
So we have 4 wound because we are within 6 of a Herald. So you somehow roll 3 wounds, 4 wounds. At least that kills off 1 strike squad member because AP4.
Oh man.
And those are both armor saves.
Great.
And we're gonna lose you, and then they get to consolidate, thus getting even more models on the objective if they want to. But you already have enough on there, and that should be it.
Woo!
All right. Overall, talk about the first round there. I was kind of curious the observations of my tide choice of the mortal wounds and the longer range on the nemesis weapon. So that allows the purgation squads to stay back in their position, still fire and support, and allowed the dread knight suits to stay back and fire as well. So there's a lot of value in that alone. And then I did a few more wounds in melee, but I did notice there was a lot of 1s and 2s on wounding that I might have been able to reroll. But I think being able to keep them at a safer distance back and then still provide fire support was a lot of value.
That's going to help you a lot in the long run.
And I don't think the -2 leadership on your Demonettes is going to matter here because they are pretty much auto-failing on anything but 1s anyways.
Unless I get that 1.
Unless you get the 1, which
Unless
is like
I get
super
that
ideal.
1.
Yeah. Oh, there's a new stratagem for the Be'lakor thing that automatically lets you roll a 1, which is super cool.
Oh.
But you have to be a Be'lakor army, and you have to have Chaos Space Marines nearby.
Yeah.
But that's neither here.
That's another project for another day.
Exactly. I, on my turn, have no morale to take, for I did not lose enough models to take a morale anywhere. You, on the other hand, have a couple to do.
Just a couple.
I assume you're not gonna. Are you gonna inspire or no? Or insane bravery, I should say.
No, because if I can get them to run away, then I can just bring the unit back.
See, not if they run away. It's only if I kill you with an attack.
That is if. Yeah. Oh.
But chances are, even if if you fail it, you're not gonna lose 2 of them. You're gonna keep at least 1 left, which means I will have to kill it with an attack at some point.
That's fair.
Starting with this unit, rolling d6. Okay, so
gone.
1's gonna run, and we roll 2 dice. Every 1 and 2 is a gone Demonette. Hey, only 1 runs away. I assume it's the musician.
Yeah, we're already in combat, so it's served its purpose.
Goodbye, instrument of chaos. Then moving on to these Demonettes over here. On a 1.
Hey, let's get that 1. Nope.
1 runs, and they're below half strength. So how many are left? 3, 6? Yeah.
You'll probably lose a few more.
Couple of war on average, but it's only 2. And, don't lose that 1.
No. Yeah, that's a good point. We'll lose you, and
the Lurest, no
gotta
big deal. But, yeah. And that should be it, because they only lost 1 model, and they get to use the leadership of a keeper, so they're not going to be boogieing. That should be the end of the first battle round. Scoring-wise, I am not accomplishing Stranglehold, because you do have the 2 obstacle models to my at least 1 there.
Yep.
And on the other hand, I can't do a Vital Ground, but I am killing... I killed 1 demon unit, so I'm technically at 1 point.
Hey!
Up to 7 command points.
Okay, so I'm still on this one, just by the skin of my teeth. On Zerkanel's got that one, and these ones are just manning to obsec out. That one there, so that'll get me 10 points.
Yeah, because I'm on this one and that one, so it's not more than me. So I was able to deny 5 points by sacrificing some units. We'll see. And then forgot to mention, but they did complete Rod last. Oh, no, we did mention that we went on a whole thing about that. Okay, that's the scoring at the end of the command phase. We're on to movement.
All right, so we got these fiends here that will be advancing up.
They move 14 plus 1.
All right.
All right. It's going to take them. Bloop. And then 1 more right behind. They're going to try and ideally be near the keeper, who will take up that position in this alleyway here.
Right about.
You even need to advance the keeper to get in the position going up and over that the car there.
Again, as gracefully as possible.
Yeah. Just ending up just an inch away from the rhino over here. Boop, right there. And that should be it for over here.
And these demonettes are going to be running out of combat here to save themselves from being completely wiped out probably at the same time as the other squad there is going to be.
Yeah, you only really want one of your big units dying at a time here. They're both 30, right? Initially?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. They both got beat up pretty bad. Damn.
Yeah. I think we'll, at the same time, just sort of...
Yeah, I get that.
Slide these ones over here.
And then we're going to come over to the fiends here, who are beasts, so they can go up scalable terrain, and they're going to advance.
Hey,
wow. So they go
nice.
20 inches. It's like 5 inches up, so it's about a 15-inch move wherever they want to go, up and over if they need. That whopping 20-inch move, it is 5 up, some over, and then 5 more down. So they had a 10-inch move from their original position. This one climbed up and climbed down, and then kept coherency with the other fiend on top here. It's 5 inches vertically, 1 inch horizontally. It's 5 or 6 vertically and 1 inch horizontally. In this case, we're good. And then that'll leave room for this Keeper of Secrets to commit over here. Then these demonettes.
Gonna be advancing 3 inches. Yeah.
They're running all over the place. They go up to 10 inches, so they go up to that truck there. Just getting them ready to do Retrieve Octarius data on that table quarter at a later turn. Obviously can't do it while advancing. They have to be a little bit further away, but we're getting there.
Yep. Just gonna move the Herald up to about here. And the Infernal Rapturous will go right here, so the aura starts hitting more Grey Knights, making them... Herald's just gonna move up right about here.
Zarkainil going up and around super quick. Was her claws gonna get caught in that Infernal Rapturous?
It's fine, we're good.
Ah, there you go. Just going up and around, just ending there. It's a cool model. I like the Kerrigan tentacle hair.
Thank you kindly.
Very nice. Delightful Agonies will be the first power cast.
And
6.
that's good.
Who's that going off from?
That is going off from the Herald right in front of it.
Out of all the powers right now, that's probably the most threatening because that can really skew off the average damages on Zarkainil. And it gives them like an additional weird amount of wounds. So I think I'm going to try to stop that one with, well, whatever. We'll go the Grandmaster. Why not?
Why not?
But I think I'm going to spend a command point here on Hexagrammatic Wards, which is the big Grey Knight one where I throw 3d6 and I get rid of the lowest. Just to make sure I try and get rid of Delightful Agonies.
Yep.
So I'm going to go down to 9 command points. And,
whoa.
Actually, you know what? I'm already committed to it. I'll re-roll it. I'll use the command point re-roll here. I just need to show
there you go.
that. So that's a 10.
You got it.
Because I get +1. So that's 2 command points to stop that. That's not worth it. I'm down to 8. This Keeper of Secrets with the shield. What are we starting with?
I think we're going to start with the Vein of Slaanesh because Smite is a fixed amount and I get more potential mortal wounds with the Vein of Slaanesh if I just keep
roll
them.
Well enough.
If I keep the... Well...
Casting value of 6. That is 3.
Okay.
Okay. Would you like to reroll
Not
that one?
even
Not even. I didn't think so.
Not
okay.
even. And then we'll Smite.
First Smite going off on a 5. Come on, game. Come on, man. I'm trying here. Well, it's good to see some things in life don't change, right?
No, absolutely not.
Well, that's the 2 powers from that Keeper. All
right.
What do we want to transition to over here?
Zerakanel is, I think, going to throw Smite into the
Grey Knights.
Grey Knights right in front.
6 to cast now.
Hey, come on. Hey.
Big Smite. Big
Boom.
Smite. Big Smite. Well, I need to show that exact roll to stop it. I have enough to stop it. I have enough denies that I can stop all the power, so I'm gonna try. No. Close. Oh. Very freaking close. Nice. Okay, so D6 more wounds on my Grey Knight Strike Squad.
Let's see the old talk. Okay.
Oh, close. We
Good
have
enough.
the Aegis, which stops 2 of the more.
Jeez.
We take 1.
Woo!
Brutal. Brutal, brutal. I am assuming Zarkainil can cast 2 powers.
I believe so, yes. All right, we're throwing Hysterical Frenzy onto the, just the 2 Daemonettes, right?
Better than the other option, right?
It is. It truly is.
6?
I don't think that does it, though.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, probably not best to reroll. I cast on an 8.
Yep.
It's like in this case, not powerful because there's only 2 Demonettes, but that lets a Slaanesh Demon unit fight as if it were the fight phase. So like, you know, hypothetically, the 19 Demonettes there fighting
Yep.
now would be huge. Or Keeper Secret's kind of unfortunately stuck in combat, killing something and being able to charge later on.
Yep.
Lots of value in Hysterical Frenzy,
Huge.
but not really. in
There's
this
a
case.
reason all 3 of my Keeper Secrets know it.
Exactly. All right, well, that's it for Zarka and Neil. All right, we have the Herald over here who could, I assume, do they also know?
It knows
Agonies?
Delightful Agonies, so
Okay,
it
so
can't.
Smite.
Yeah, we just smiting. 7 now.
Hey.
Hey.
Well, we'll try and stop that one. We'll do the Grey Knights right there that they're about to get hit by it. Nope, that's a 7 with the +1, so you do get it. D3 mortal wounds.
Come on.
Oh,
Hey.
3.
Now
and
what?
Aegis. I take 2. That does kill a Grey Knight. Let's lose you, I suppose. And then we smite over here as well.
Yeah, we're gonna try and soften up the Rhino.
Looking for an 8. No.
Nope. Guy.
That's it for Psychic Powers. We're on to the Infernal Enrapturous behind the turbine there, the generator.
Love to have a 1 model shooting phase.
It's didn't advance this time, so hitting on a 2. All right, we are gonna go for the multiple shot profile into that strike squad there, I suppose.
Yep.
All right, so 6 shots.
Hitting on 2s.
2s. We have a miss.
Force to wound.
24. And we have, there is one with AP -1. I will fail a save.
Hey.
Is that 2 damage?
Just 1.
Okay. We'll lose you. Well, we'll lose a wound on that strike squad. And then charging.
Oh yeah.
Glorious, glorious charging. The Keeper here will charge both units.
Oh look, he's in.
Oh, wow. So the Keeper here, just kind of boop. It's a little hard to do. You might have to turn it around a little bit because of the claws, but as long as the Keeper here touches the pipe, it can attack anything within 2. So it'll attack both units. Rhino, or it'll be eligible to attack both units. We've got a much cleaner position for it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, who's charging next?
I think we'll have the Fiends go into the current combat with those Grey Knights.
Yes. So they're able to charge because they're within 6 of a Slaanesh.
Hey, they're in.
A 5. Very nice. And just drop down a level there. But we already have these models in range. Like they're already engaged,
Yep.
so they're stuck there. Does the Herald want to jump in there?
Oh, I think I sort of screwed myself.
I'm just gonna go into the Herald, just have Zarka and Neil hang on that position. Just rolling it up for the sake of rolling
Hey.
it,
Oh look, it's in.
but I assume you don't want to go anywhere too fancy other than.
Nah, that's fine.
Then a couple charges over here.
Herald first.
Herald,
It's in.
good enough. 4. And then Demonettes.
Oh look, they're in.
Yay. And over here,
We're gonna put
Keeper Rhino.
Keeper into the Rhino.
Yeah, you just roll it up for the sake of rolling it.
Hey, look, it's
6.
in.
Crunch. That's a dead Rhino. But hey, you know, it did its job. And then the Fiends.
This is gonna be a real trick of a charge here.
Well, let's see what they get. Roll it
See
up.
if we can't put the Fiend into the Dread Knights.
A 9.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, even with the -2 hopping over the Aegis, boop, that's where 7 will take it, and then the other one can just be on the other side, if it needs to be. And they can still fight from over there, because it'll be within half an inch of that buddy there. So after much deliberation,
Much.
we are going to just go first with this Keeper of Secrets, who is able to fight either the Strike Squad or the Rhino, or both, whatever. The other ploy we were thinking of is going first with the Fiends, and they could pile in, fight, and then consolidate and engage the Purgation Squad. But the key fact there is they must survive to make any value out of that if they were to go first. Because if I counteroffensive, then I could just tag the one Keeper or the Fiend, and then they won't be able to get in at all. But I might not counteroffensive over there. I could counteroffensive. There's value in them doing some free damage before they go down, or like heck, even clearing up this a little bit too. I don't know. I'm going to counteroffensive without a doubt.
Oh, 100%.
I just don't know where I'm going to counteroffensive.
You'd be fool not to.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to try. We definitely got to get rid of the Strike Squad, so we're going to throw all 6 attacks from the sword into the Strike Squad. I want to try and really make sure that I get it, so I'm going to throw 2 of my 4 Snapping Claws into the Strike Squad, and I'm going to throw 2 more into the Rhino, try and soften it up.
All right. Well, we are going to pop 2 command points on True Silver Armor. We were talking about this all off camera. The Strike Squad can only be wounded on unmodified wound rolls of 4 now.
Yep.
That brings me down to 6. Bloop, bloop. Hopefully that keeps some of them alive. And I did forget to mention, it doesn't come up a lot, but they're going to set to defend. If they do live, they get to hit on 2s. They get +1 to hit melee because they're all within 3 of the defensible terrain here. And they're technically getting heavy cover, but the AP on this thing is so wildly high it doesn't really matter. Sword, I assume 2s.
You know it.
Okay, no misses. That's nice. And these are 4s to wound now.
4s to wound.
Let's see if it even matters. Well, matter for 2 of them.
It does.
Well, it is only, I thought it was -4 AP on the sword, so it's -3. They have a 2-up save, it goes to a 5-up. Didn't matter, that cuts down 3 of them. Because it's a, is it D6 or?
It is 3.
3 damage, so that's 3 dead. And 2 claws. 2 claws, both hit. Oof, 4s to wound.
6s are -4.
Oh, the true silver armor kicked in.
We gonna re-roll.
Command point, re-roll. Uh-oh.
Hey.
Oh, it worked. Is the AP...
-3.
That kills another one. That is 3 out of the 4 dead. Wait, no, that's all 4 dead.
That's all 4.
You got him, yes. That also brings you down to 6.
Yep.
Lads,
Finally doing the numbers.
we're doing the numbers here. And then we have 2 claw attacks into the rhino. The rhino isn't so fancy. Doesn't get all these benefits. Oh, what's a miss? And you wound this on 3s, I assume. Oh, not
Oh
that.
no.
T7 on the rhino. A little glancing blow off the hull. Okay, well, question is, where do I counteroffensive? Because I surely will. Do
course.
I lighten up the demonettes over here a little bit with some extra mortal wounds, or do I try and clear the way for these guys to annihilate enemies? Or I could go with my dread. I'm gonna hope my dread knight can do it without counteroffensive. I think he's strong enough.
I think your Dread Knight is gonna be okay.
Yeah, and I think if you pull in the Purgation Squad, they get to throw a couple of hands as well. They love throwing hands. They don't have any weapons. They just kind of get you with the butt end of their side cannons.
They can only throw hands because that's all they got.
That's all they got. I think... you guys aren't going to do enough damage to matter, and you're pretty dead. I forgot they had Sanctuary last turn, so I lost 1 Grey Knight because I could have failed the Sanctuary save. It doesn't really matter. But I think these ones are going to go. And we're going to try and lighten up this line a little bit so they take no damage.
There's a lot of value there.
I hope there is. So 2 command points for counteroffensive. I'm going down to 4, but that's just the way it goes when you're dancing. The question is, where do I want them to commit to? Because I want to kill off a couple, like at least one of the fiends. But the Demon Hammer on the Herald sounds super cool too. But killing them off is nice too. So I think I'm going to put these 2 into the Herald. The Demon Hammer, the Justicar, and the regular Strike Squad, and these 2 into... I'm not going to attack them.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm not going to attack them. They die next turn like everything else. So and then these 2 are going to attack the Fiends. 4 command points left.
Getting greedy with it.
Yeah, we're going to do the Justicar first into the Herald. Ooh, misses everything. That's unfortunate. And we have 3 attacks with the Sword, which hits once, and no wound. And the Sword attacks into the Fiends on 3s. Okay, got a little bit better hitting there.
All right.
And the toughness on a Fiend is... Ooh.
Okay.
Those all wound because he's strength 5. That's 1 mortal wound as well. So we have 4 demon saves.
Give me them 5s.
Okay, so that's 4 damage, kills 1 fiend off, and then 1 fiend takes a mortal wound. That didn't go as well as I had hoped, but I got at least the 1 fiend dead.
You got greedy, Martin.
I did. Wow, I gotta split my attacks at some point here. After that, you can just go ahead and attack wherever you want now.
Alrighty.
Where would you like to start?
I think since there's no limits, let's start with the Keeper over here.
Keeper on the Rhino. All attacks in the Rhino.
Hitting on 2s.
Nice. This is the sword.
This is the
Like, you know,
sword.
curious. And these are strength.
These are strength 8.
3s to wound. All right, we got 1 fail. And these are AP...
-3.
And the 6 is also only -3?
Only -3.
6s. I make 1. Is that
3
9?
damage each.
So I got 1 wound left.
Schnapping claws.
All hit. And these are probably 3s to wound.
Yes.
And okay. And then these are boop, boop, boop. You got him. He's dead.
Kaboom.
Did he hit something vital? No. So it does not blow up. I would have liked it to. And then we are going to disembark the strike squad inside around here. And we are going to see how many. I'm just going to roll for it now because I'll be able to fit all 5, and they're all okay.
All good.
Disembarking there, all living, and then you could consolidate pretty far with that keeper if you would like.
Yeah, I think I will.
Ooh.
Upon reflection,
No.
no.
No. Not going to consolidate into the strike squad.
No. You know what? I love free stuff, but I don't love free hammers to the face.
Yeah, I get that.
Attacks.
The fees.
All right, we're gonna throw ourselves.
We're getting a little bit closer on the pylon, and then that one will just hop over and swing at me, Dread Knight.
Okay, we got 9 attacks from their dissecting claws.
3s.
3s.
And
okay.
then these are strength 4.
Strength 4.
All right, wounding on 5s.
5s. Give me them 6s.
We have
Hey.
oh, okay. Well, these
2
are
wounds.
This are the AP1 normally?
AP. Ooh, let me check.
Actually, I'll roll against that one. Ooh, that matters. AP1 on the regular one, we do pass because it's a 2-up save on Dread Knight armor. And then they all have 4 shielding now, which is always a 4-up invulnerable save, which we make. We would have made the save either way. Okay.
Very good.
And then you can consolidate
Oh, we got our barbed tails.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Well, we're going
Yeah.
to consolidate into the brigade.
Ah, well, yeah. No.
So getting closer, but then engaging them. So they get to throw some hands back, but we'll see how much that actually is.
If they can by some miracle survive.
The Dread Knight.
All right, tails
That is a miss and a hit.
and 5s.
Oh, that's a wound. There's got to be a P on
Minus
that.
that.
And that goes right through his armor.
D3. Hey,
10 wounds left on this Dread Knight. Glorious.
cool. Daemonets.
The 2 Demonettes here piling in. Do you want to pile in anything fancy or just
Yeah, just bring her in.
boom? That's going to be 5 attacks, I assume.
5 attacks, hitting on 3s,
Okay, good
Okay.
start. Fancy looking roll.
and wounding on 4s.
Yeah, we got a Herald nearby. 2 wounds, AP 1. These are 4-ups. Take one. That kills off this Strike Squad member. Flip. We'll pile in the Fiend next. Has 3 wounds left, and he's going to take some swings at the Strike Squad. That is the
Blissbringer,
Blissbringer.
hitting on 3s.
Oh, there's a start.
Beauty.
And 4s to wound. 6s are good.
Give me them
These are just pretty much
6s.
2 damage Demonette Claws. Hey, there's this -4.
Yep.
So that's 1 dead Strike Squad member, and then these are 4-ups. So that's 2 dead. And then we have the tail as well. So we have the Justicar remaining. And the tail.
And 3.
That's a hit.
And a 4.
That's -3.
Minus 3.
That's D3 damage. I got 2 wounds on the Justicar. 3 up and he's dead.
Yep.
Oh, 1 wound. Consolidating a wee bit, and we have the Herald who can finish off the single wound Justicar. The Herald's up next, 5 attacks.
Ravaging Claws, these are 2 damage, so anything goes through. So we got 2 hits. And we need 3s to wound because the Locus of Slaanesh affects itself.
And that's a wound. Oh, you got him.
Got him.
Does the Herald hit on 2s by chance? There was a 2 in there. I just didn't figure it would matter.
Herald does hit on 2.
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. I didn't think it would. Just wanted to point that out for anyone who might have said something. Boop. Get a little bit closer. You can do that by getting a little bit closer to this shrine over here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, either way works. No real lookouts are available for the Herald there because there's not units big enough to provide lookouts there.
Yeah.
And we got the big fight against this Strike Squad there. Piling them in a little bit, and we're having 39 attacks. Here's the first 20. Trees. And there is a Herald right beside them, so 4s to wound. And then we have another 19 attacks. We have 8 regular wounds from the last volley and 2 rending wounds. The same idea. That's 5 rending hits, so these are sanctuary saves. I saved 3 of them. I'm losing 1 Grey Knight and putting a wound on another. And then 12 4+ saves. So I lose that other wounded one, and I only have 2 wounds. Yeah, they get killed. But that will finish off the squad, and then you can consolidate your unit if you so choose.
I think I will.
How dare you? Ending there with the consolidation, plugging up the hole. Sacrificial unit, I like it. Must kill all demonettes while mitigating as much damage from the Keepers of Secrets as I can. I get to go now with this
Yes, indeed.
Nemesis Dread Knight armor. So we're going to use the sweeping blow profile on the Greatsword, which is instead of 5 attacks at D6 damage, has 10 attacks at 2 damage instead, which is way more likely to kill these fiends off.
Adios, fiendos.
We're going to try our best. We hit them on 3s. We are core, but we don't have any rerolling 1s to hit nearby. That's over there. So this is not looking great. These are 3s to wound. Rerolling any 1s. Okay, so we have 1 mortal wound because it's a nemesis weapon, and
Cool.
then 4 demon saves. So yeah, I might as well do that one too. They're all 2 damage.
Oh,
each.
yeah.
Yeah, then you just take mortal wound afterwards.
Give me them demon saves.
Only 3 damage, so one of them's down to 1.
Oh, wow.
That's very good. All right, they did their job. Let's see if the Purgation Squad can, kind of clean up a little bit here. We're gonna have you guys, you're gonna jump down to that spot. They all pile in. The only one who's not able to attack or get down to level is this guy here. He's gonna support from above. We're gonna do the side cannon attacks first. They have no special rules really associated with them, but they do have 3 attacks each because they are beasts. They hit on trees. They're a T4, so I wound 4 times.
Whoa.
But no mortal wounds because they're not nemesis weapons. Demon saves! I would love to slay this one.
Give me them 5s. Nope.
Okay, so that's actually quite a bit of damage.
Very close to nearly
But we
dead.
have the sword on the Justicar
Oh.
still. Main man on 3s. Oh wow, they all hit. And 3s. That's 2 mortal wounds. We got them.
Got him.
Okay, so we're the Dread Knight whiffed. These guys brought it back.
Everybody, that's what being a team is all about.
We are going to consolidate after that. We'll have you go there, and then you're going to go there and get a little closer to the enemy. You're going to go there, get closer. That'll get closer. Actually, can't do that. Just go there. Boom. Ending up like that. With that, we conclude the fight phase. We're on to morale, which I don't think you have any to do. And you wiped out my squads that would have to do morale. So the Grey Knights who died for Titan are unfortunately dead. This is all kind of part of the calculated plan, though. I mean, I have to sacrifice a lot to stem the tide. Now this is the turn I have to kind of nail in the coffin the demons, or at least try my damn best to. Would you like to spend 2 command points to bring them back by chance in your next movement phase?
No.
Okay. On second thought.
We're probably gonna, we're gonna do that because it's my turn right now, and Luca could very well kill off one of my big valuable units like a Blob of 30 or even a Keeper of Secrets. And on his turn, I would still be able to pull off
and then on your
another Daemon.
On your third movement phase, you get the Fiends back and whatever you choose to bring back from a unit that I kill.
I think that's worth 2, maybe even 4 command points. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna bring the Fiends back and maybe something on his turn.
So we are down to 4 command points for the demons after the demonic incursion stratagem. So those Fiends will be coming back on the third movement phase of demons. This only works against Grey Knights specifically, but it's just kind of trying to level the playing field. Gives the demons more points to play with. And then for some scoring at the end of the Demons of Slaanesh turn, before we go on to the turn for Grey Knights. Sorry, I had to double check one thing. Engage on all fronts. We got a unit there. The Fiend of Slaanesh is safe over here for this table quarter. So that's 2 on this side. And then we have these demonettes on this quarter. And the... I think actually nothing was on this table quarter, unfortunately. So it's only 2 points for engage on all fronts. And then the mission objective, we get 2 points for vital ground. Just because we have that objective over there. Not quite this one, as we have the Rhino and the Keeper still contesting it. And I do want to point out we did change one move on these demonettes. There was no reason for them to advance in this direction. In fact, they're actually over the edge of the battlefield. So we just advanced them in this direction for 2 purposes. To deny Gate of Infinity back here, and to keep them on the objective for the 3rd turn when it is time to score, because otherwise we left the objective wide open. I go up to 5 victory points, 5 command points. I don't believe I want to change any of the psychic powers on my characters, so we're going to skip past that. On to scoring, I hold 1 objective. So I am unfortunately heavily denied over here, which is what I figured. I have to make up for that on turn 3, 4, and 5. So I'm only getting 5 points for the primary, putting me behind on score. I'm going to go right on to movement, where I think I'm going to do a couple of my more basic moves, or my more anticipated moves. I should say we're going to disembark this strike squad, because I need something to contest this objective. 'Tis the squad with the side cannon and the Justicar with the regular weapon. We're just going to move up to the pipeline here, because we're going to try and put some pressure on this side while maintaining control of the objective. And then this Rhino is going to disengage from this fight and make it so the Keeper has to kind of... Because the weird ruling on the pipes, I think I have to be like more than 2 inches away from them, or else I'm technically engaged still. So we'll just have to keep the Keeper kind of like... I don't want to manipulate so the Keeper can't do anything though at the same time. Yeah, this is one of those like, you could easily manipulate the situation here. I'm not going to. We're just going to say the Keeper can just charge on the pipes will mystically lose the unstable position. I'll just stay outside of heroic intervention range, I suppose. And because like the way it works is obviously you can't land here, can't land on the pipe as the Keeper, and you can't. You're only eligible to fight this if it's within 2 inches of the Keeper while it touches the pipe. So if I hypothetically, I think if I stayed just outside of 2 inches of the Keeper, it wouldn't be able to heroically intervene because you cannot stand on top of the pipe. You would then not be eligible to fight, so the Keeper, who could then not scale this, would have to go all the way around. We're not going to do that. We're just going to stay outside of heroic intervention range and just say you can just charge and land on the pipes and kill the Rhino if that is the choice, if that is the hope there. That means that they're targetable though, so that's not ideal. I don't know, whatever. It's not clean, but it feels bad too, so I hate manipulating movement like that. I think we're going to try and challenge this gap over here as well, even though I actually don't know what to do with that strike squad. I need more. I kind of just want to keep them in there just to jump on the objective for later, but I think if the rest of my plan goes well, I could take Zarkyneel out. So before we figure out what to do with that, we are going to move this strike squad over in that direction. Huzzah! And then I think this strike squad is going to jump on top of the bunker because I need to kill those demonettes off. I can't let them retrieve Octarius data for this table quarter. I got to keep applying pressure. Like, as much as the keepers absolutely destroy everything they look at, hypothetically, it's the demonettes that are the main target, always, because they're the ones that are going to score all the points. Oh, they got teleporters, so boop, 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 shunt over there. And then we are going to move the brother captain and the librarian a little bit forward. The librarian 5 inches forward, getting within 18 inches of Zarkine Neil for potential empiric amplification. We are going to disembark the strike squad from that rhino. All right, and we're going to move them forward 6. And then we're going to have this just move forward.
No, go away.
Provide a little bit of
Go
look
away.
there, sir. I'm going to probably try and get within 12 of both of those units. Right about there, getting within 12 of both demonette squads. Grandmaster and Dread Knight armor moves forward 9, and then this purgation. Unfortunately, both the purgation squads do need to move to get range to fire at Zarkine Neil because we have to stay in the tide of convergence to get range with these side cannons. Again, the range on the side weapons, very valuable. Hard to go to. I do want to go to banishment, but I just won't get within range. So losing 2 inches of movement. So to give you an example, these 4 are like 28 inches away from Zarkine Neil, who's like my main target for a lot of my side cannon fire. So I don't think I can afford to swap out of the tide yet. Turn 3, I could probably do that tide. There's value in it on that turn, especially when I start losing my support characters or things start getting too spread apart to really support each other properly. We are going to move, since it's open, I think I'm going to move you forward, but I'm going to take 2 inches of movement off because of the difficult terrain. Turning sideways, jumping on over, and then spinning kind of like that to gain the movement I need. And then we're going to move Brother Captain. That's their last position, and I think we are finished. Everything is out of their transports. Everything's ready to shoot bullets and charge and really just, in general, cause a ruckus. But we have got to go to the psychic phase first. We are going to spend a couple command points on our librarian here. Ian is kind of bringing over the book of stratagems again. So one command point will be on Powerful Adept, increasing the range of all the psychic powers he casts by 6, making them 18-inch range. And then the other one will be Psychic Channeling, allowing him, for every psychic power he does this phase, he's going to throw 3d6, and I'll take 2 of the dice of my choice. Doesn't need to be the highest. It does bring me down to 3 command points, though. So we're going to start with a empiric amplification, normally 12-inch range, but now it's 18, and we're going to target Zarkine Neil. All Nemesis weapons and Psi weapons that do damage, Zarkine Neil will do 1 additional damage. Oof. We got, I'm not in love with it, but we got it with a 7. Part of me wants to re-roll that to go down to 2 command points just to like get it. Because you could just roll an 8 to stop it, and this is very important. So I'm gonna spend a command point to re-roll those 3 and hopefully get a better result. Oh, I got the same result. Okay.
You got greedy, Merton.
I did. I got very greedy. I would assume you want to stop this with literally anyone.
Oh, yeah.
So by all means, you just show an 8 to stop it. Ooh, are you gonna re-roll?
Yeah.
If you go down to 3, it'll give you an odd number.
I'll take it.
You stopped it. Very nice. Oodles and oodles amount of worth. This is where our command points stand now. Actually, yes, because I went down to 2 to do... no, I had 5. I should be down to 2 because I just used 3 on that 1 psychic power. Well, we're just gonna smite.
All right.
We throw 3 dice. We will take the 8. It's D3 mortal wounds if you would like to stop this.
I would.
It's going to be hitting, I think, the Fiend, but I'll double check afterwards. Even if it goes off. If it even goes off. You also rolled an 8, so it does go off. The Fiend is taller than the Rhino, therefore the Fiend is hit. The Fiend is struck by 1 mortal wound.
Oh no.
Mighty is this mortal wound. Well, that's all that Librarian has to offer. The Librarian, it tried. We are going to go with the Brother Captain, casting Sanctuary now. Boop. We got it with a 9. That is a 4+ invulnerable save on... That Strike Squad. That Inceptor Squad. Why not? We're going to go with you re-rolling wound rolls. That's Hammer Hand on the Dread Knight. Got it with a 6. So he gets to re-roll wound rolls, and he's staring that Keeper down. You still have 3 denies on the Grey Knight side.
I think I'll take that one with the Keeper.
Keeper there. Looking for 7+. You do stop. So
Got
no
it.
Hammer Hand there. It's going to be hard to remember what everything has. I'm going to go ahead and Hammer Hand them. This goes off on that 8. Again, this is part of the, I can keep doing the same power over and over again, but it just costs 1 more now. You're going to let that one go?
Go.
So they'll Hammer Hand, and then I think That fiend has 2 wounds left, so we're gonna smite it with that strike squad right there. Because why not? We got it with a 7. So that's D3 mortal wounds. 3 more wounds. The fiend is dead. I assume you do not want to spend 2 command points to bring it back?
No.
No. Boop, boop. And then I have that squad there who could hammer hand. They might honestly just smite. I think they're gonna smite. They fail. That's the 3rd smite. I need a 7. Maybe I do just smite with you. Just kind of keep holding back and being smart. We'll try and smite.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he perils. He perils. All right. Do you want to make him take 2d3 mortal wounds?
Ooh.
Or just d3?
Ooh.
It would on a 2.
2A.
On your turn, you go up to 4.
And it's on the Dread Knight?
Oh, my Grandmaster. He does have a 5 up to ignore it because he's got the Aegis. All right, no demonic possession. Why don't you go ahead and roll up his d3 mortal wounds? Because he's going to fail that. 2 of them. And I Aegis both. Okay, good call. Aegis is busted. I don't know why it always works. It should be done there. So, quick recap on psychic powers that worked. You pretty much failed everything. And, oh, I gotta do my astral aims. I gotta do 2 more astral aims. But yeah, we have Sanctuary on them up there. You have Hammer Hand. You have Hammer Hand. Nothing over here at all. And then we're gonna try and astral aim. I just want, now we're gonna astral aim. They fail? That's the perils.
Double.
Would you like to possession them?
No.
No? And go ahead and roll up their D3 mortal wounds then. They are good. And that's a double because we're within 24. That's the perils. 3!
Nice.
Aegis. Oh, I lose one. Ooh. Do I lose the Justicar at this point? I think I lose the Justicar. Oh, but that's my rerolls. Because he's within 6 of him. That's 3 less shots, but he can give me 3 rerolls. Man, what a tough position. Huh, yeah, I guess I'll just lose the Justicar. I'd rather not lose the shots. And we're going to take the additional mortal wound on that dude right there. And then astral aim over here. I could go for like an expensive smite that would hit that keeper. We're going to go for smite. Ah, we got an 8, but I think we failed. How many smites did I do? 1. I definitely failed with the 8 there. And then they're going to go ahead and smite because they haven't actually cast a power yet. Big smite. Nope, that fails too. Oh, that was a rough psychic phase. I got Sanctuary, Hammer Hand, and that is it. I did a couple more wounds as well, so I won't complain too much. Never mind, this Hammer Hand was stopped. That one was not. So I only have Sanctuary, Hammer Hand, and that is it. That's all I got to remember. I'll try to remember, at least. We're going to go ahead and start shooting now. We are going to start with the Inceptor Squad, firing everything at the Demonettes down there, all the Stormbolters. The Psy Cannon that hits on 4s is going to go for the Keeper right in front. Into the Keeper right in front. I assume you don't want to Warp Surge anywhere? So let's start with... Yeah, no, sorry, we're not going to do any Sanctuary. We have a miss because we moved. Sorry, not Sanctuary, Warp Surge, yeah.
Yep.
These are Strength 7. So the Brother Captain's too far away. So we have 1 wounding hit at a Demon save.
Demon save. Nope.
It is 2 damage. And then the rest of them are rapid firing 20 Stormbolter shots into the Demonettes. And 3s. This might be overkill for the Demonettes, but
Maybe just a tad.
I cannot let you take my table quarters from Rod. Must deny Rod. Wounding on 3s. And these are demon saves and 1 singular damage each.
I think you're gonna get him.
Do I get him? I do.
Whoa.
Oh, if you surge.
Whoa.
Woo! But who would have got that many saves?
That was close.
So we do kill 7.
They're gone.
There's only 4 left. But would you like to Demonic Incursion that squad?
I think I will.
All right, that's 2 command points for Demonic Incursion.
30 back.
Those 30 Demonettes plus the 2 Fiends are going to be coming back on the 3rd movement phase. We're going to have this Strike Squad fire a 20 Stormbolter shots into the Demonettes. Debating on doing a Psych Out Grenade, but I only have 2 command points left and I don't want to go down to 1. I want my characters to be able to fight if they die. Well, specifically you, I guess. I might have to use it on like reroll charges or something silly anyways. But anyways, 20 shots into those Demonettes. Hitting on 3s. We do have the... No, we do not have the Brother Captain nearby for this one. 3s. Nope. No help. No help. No, the Tide. It's always so painful to see when it would work really well. It's so hard to gauge though. We have 7 wounds. Sorry, 8 wounds.
Hey, 5 ups.
Demons. You save 3.
3.
5 die.
Do, 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 do.
Oh, let's start putting some work into... 12 wounds left on that. I'm gonna gonna kind of commit to what I wanted to. We're gonna try to kill you with melee and kill you with shooting. Let's see if this works. And we might as well utilize the range we have. The side cannons are going to fire into Zarkaineal. And then we're going to have the Stormbolter into those Demonettes there, just because why not? I'll start with Stormbolter, a couple shots, bang, bang. We are not near anyone to reroll ones. And these are the side cannons and on 4s, because we moved. And la-di-da, would you look at that, 3 hits. Huh. And 2 wounding hits on Zarkaineal. 2 4-up saves, because Zarkaineal has a 4-up built in.
4-up.
That's 4 damage. Oof. 14 wounds remaining on Zarkaineal. And then we're going to come over to the Brother Captain, who's going to rapid fire his Master Crafted Stormbolter into the Keeper of Secrets over here, because he's the Terminator. He always rapid fires. We hit twice, and we wound all in 5s. 1 wounding hit at Demon Save. That's just the 5-up.
That's the 5-up.
Yep. It is 2 damage? It is 2 damage because it's a Master Crafted Stormbolter. And then this Purgation Squad is going to go ahead and fire. And then they definitely didn't get their power up because they perilled. They're going to fire into Zarkaineal as well. Let's see if they can't get a little bit more damage. Now, Zarkaineal is always -1 to hit, except these guys moved with heavy weapons, so it doesn't stack more than that. Force! Oh gosh, they need some practice. I assume you are at least toughness 7.
Yes.
There's a stratagem tag, +1 strength, but yeah, it doesn't matter. So 1 wounding hit. Demon save!
Give me that 4-up.
2 damage.
Dang it.
This Rhino is going to rapid fire into the Demonettes over there. 4 shots. Just trying to go through like the motions here and like the targets I want them to fire at. We have 2 wounds on the Demonettes from the Rhino.
It's a 5-up.
Nope. 2 dead. 2 dead Demonettes. Good old 5-up saves. Let's do this Librarian firing to Zarkaineal with the rapid firing Stormbolter. I believe we're hitting on those because you're -1 to hit all the time. No wounds. Then we have the Dread Knight. I'm gonna go with this Dread Knight actually. You're gonna fire. Hitting on 4s kind of sucks though, but I think it's overkill. If I don't make the whatever. We're gonna put the heavy side cannon into Zarkaineal. Forced to hit because you're -1 to hit. Okay, it only mattered for 1 of them. It's not too bad. And then these are, I believe, 3s to wound, but we are near the Brother Captain, and it is core. Did it matter? Oh, it did. The 6s won't matter, but you have your demon saves, a 4-up.
Give me them 4s.
Now this, I believe, is 3 damage.
Okay.
It is only 2, actually, bringing it down to 10. We are going to go on to the Grandmaster in Dread Knight armor, who's going to fire the Heavy Incinerator at the 2 Demonettes, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's like one of the, it's not great range. Like, I can either fire the Herald or the 2 Demonettes. I'll do the 2 Demonettes. Gatling Silencer is going to go into Zarkaineal. Now, this would be like 12 2-damage shots, but they're only 1 damage now. Hitting Zarkaineal on 3s, because -1 to hit. Ooh, that stops quite a bit of hits. 5 to wound. Yeah. And then 2d6 automatic hits with the Flamer. It's going to be 6 into the 2 Demonettes, which will wound them on 2s, because it is strength 6. So, 6 wounding hits.
All right.
5-ups on them.
Sent screaming back in flames to the warp.
Oh yeah, they are incinerated. Goodbye.
Screech.
And then that Rhino fell back. I just have the 2 squads, the 2 strike squads remaining. Let's just shoot Zarkaineal. Let's do it. We're gonna go with Stormbolters into her, and the side cannon as well. Side cannon on 4s. We got a hit and a wound at a 4-up save with 2 damage with the side cannon.
Give me that 4. Yay.
Nice. And Stormbolters, 4s to hit, because you are a very fast target, is the idea here. 5s to hurt. Just want to do like little bits of damage. I think about using Cybolt ammo. Man, it's rough. 1 wound.
No.
It's okay. As long as I can do a little bit of damage. I've already given up on my main plan, but I'm still I'm in an okay spot. And we have that squad also firing to Zarkaineal, 20 shots, Stormbolters. And boom! These are 4s to hit with their Stormbolters. I guess Cybolt. Oh, Cybolt ammo would have been 3 wounds. Like that's really good against the Keepers, because they have a. I guess there's a 4-up save on Zarkaineal. Oh, never mind. That was kind of meh on the roll side. And these are 5s to wound. Yeah, we got 2 that time. Okay. 4 pluses. Do I get a damage?
Yeah, probably.
I get 2. 2. Zarkaineal's down to 8. And now we are officially done shooting. We got some charges to resolve. Boy, howdy. The charge I know I want to do is fighting this Keeper over here. We're going to go with this Dread Knight, declaring a charge against the Keeper. And we get a 6, which is not enough. I'm not going to bother re-rolling that. We're going to go with this Interceptor squad.
Hey, they're in.
6 instead. Charging like that, we're just going to keep the side cannon back to keep coherency and not charge and not worry about fighting with it. I'm on the fence if I can afford to charge literally anything else. I don't really think I can. I can afford to maybe charge the Herald. I can't afford to charge them. I can't afford to charge Arcaneel. I definitely can't afford to charge that Keeper because of Slaanesh Street. I can't charge the Herald because Arcaneel can hero can intervene 6. I can't afford to get any of this stuff in combat because the Slaanesh trait of always they always count as charge, so they just always fight. I get like one fight first and then we alternate. I can either like commit to everything, like I charge, sure, but I give up this objective. I don't want to do that. And I could charge over there, but I'm not going to be able to pile in and consolidate onto that objective because I'm not going to kill them all off. So I'm losing out on Stranglehold over there as well. It's just a lot of bodies I have to get through, which is kind of annoying. I'm much better off, I think, just holding where I'm at, and then using 2 command points for counter-offensive next turn, and then just trying to utilize that to save some face. Doing the math on some of these rolls, it's not worth... I lose a couple Strike Squad guys for not killing a lot of the Demonettes. They're already going to take a morale check, a pretty nasty morale check, so I'll just get some maybe free kills if I'm lucky there. And I can only really afford to fight 1 Keeper at a time, so I have to try and kill it and then not take too much casualties back, because that's how you fall into the trap against Slaanesh. I could quickly start losing a lot of value. So we're gonna go and just fight over here, and we're gonna see what we can't do to this Keeper. Not gonna bother piling in because everyone's already pretty good to attack from where they're at. Demon Hammer. Ooh, it's already -1 to hit, so we hit there, and these are 3s to wound. Dang, dude, that's okay. I'll let the 1 go through. 5 up, a demon save.
Let's see a 5 up.
Oh, the fingerprint. There you go. That's 3 damage prevented. We're gonna go with the rest of the swords. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 attacking with swords. We'll see. 3s. No, these are 4s to hit because you're a Keeper. This is actually a really bad turn.
Oh no.
This is a get you back in the game kind of turn. Only 2 wounds. Dang, everything kind of failed here. Huh.
5 ups.
I do 4 damage though.
That's good.
Got you down what, 4?
Yep.
Crazy. That's insane there, guys. Everything kind of whipped there. I did some damage in the air, but like this. So the way it was lined up is I was like that was gonna die, Zarkaniel was gonna die, they were gonna die on the charge, and then like I'm happy it worked out this way. Actually,
Yeah.
I got really lucky, I think, because now instead of you having just, you would have been left with just that, the demonettes in the back. And the things coming from reserve. So this is ideal. You get to fight back.
We're back in the game,
You're
baby.
back. Yeah, absolutely. All right, attack with the sword.
We only got 4 attacks with the sword.
2s. You have all hit. Very nice. And these are still strength 8, I assume.
Still 8.
2s to wound. I'm not going to use true silver here.
Oh,
Okay, I got lucky. These are going to go right to my sanctuary save, which saves 1 of them. So we're going to lose. They could fall back and shoot. Do I care about the cannon? I like the utility of the swords more. Then 2 claws. We have a couple hits. And wounding. Oh, those are wounds.
Those are wounds.
Sanctuary saves both. Very nice. And then because you killed infantry in melee, or is it non-vehicle, I guess?
Any non-vehicle. Yeah. I get D3 lost wounds thanks to the Sinistrous Hand. Oh, could have used more than that, but that's fine. I'll take it.
Nice. Okay. That is the end of my turn. I am working towards killing demons. I've killed 3 or 4 units now. None of the monsters yet. I have 2 points for the mission secondary vital ground there. I'm having a hard time pushing these demons on this turn. And my other one was Stranglehold, which I failed this turn as well. Up to 2 command points for the Demons of Slaanesh. Also in the command phase, you're on 1 objective. Kind of trailed back there with the Demonettes on 2 objectives, but not more than me, so 10 points. Still pretty, actually kind of taking a pretty hefty lead now. I'm still trying to aim for the lower end of the game to get the points, I suppose, but I'm not going to get as many points this game as I would have liked at all, actually. So the Demons of Slaanesh are putting up a good fight. And onto the movement. Before we go any further, they do have a morale check. I did kill about 8 of them. Yeah. No, sorry, it might have been 7. 7 or 6, but regardless,
7.
We're pretty much looking for a 1 or a 2 here. We'll double check afterwards.
Let's get that 1.
Ooh, now it matters. Zarkaniel has a 9-inch aura of using leadership 10, so they are A-okay on that too. Very good roll. Now we can proceed with movement. We're going to come back here where this unit of Demonettes is going to advance and make their way towards this side of the table. But they're also going to stay near the objective. But they want to retrieve Octarius data on turn 4 for that table quarter. And they're still within 3 of the objective for later on. And then preparing to do retrieve Octarius data later. I was going to move up towards the Rhino, just staying an inch away from it. Going to try and charge through that gap towards the Librarian. Go for an assassination. And then we have... But he does reduce all damage he takes by 1, so your 2 damage attacks will become 1. If that matters.
Hey, not gonna kill him without taking the shots. Moving old Zarky up.
Hello. This was an inevitability.
We'll bring the Infernal and Rapturous up.
Right behind
just
Zarkaniel.
for support.
These Demonettes are going to go and fight the Strike Squad in the gap over here. And the Herald, well, Herald will move up first, and then the Demonettes will move forward. And as per Demonic Incursion, the 2 units I killed in the previous battle round are showing up now. I cost 4 command points, but we got quite a bit of points left. And they are staying outside of 12 inches of any of my core character units because I have Omen of Incursion on the Brother Captain, which allows one of those units to Auspex scan to show up within 12. So just avoiding that altogether. My 30 points. But I guess it forces things to not charge, which is nice too. So that's it for movement. We're on to the Psychic phase.
All right, we got to start with the best power in the Slaanesh book, Hysterical Frenzy. We're going to try and fight right now.
Cast on an 8.
Need that 8.
5
Oh!
and a 5. That's rough. That is so rough. I can't even, I can't afford to, I need counteroffensive, so I just have to roll, I need to show a 10 on those dice as well to stop it. So halfway there. Halfway there. All right, so that keeper gets to fight right now. Oof, up a bracket now, too, because of the Sinistrous Hand, healing 1 wound at least. So let's see if I can survive this. Can I get so lucky? Swords? Okay, you gotta miss.
All right.
And then these are 2s. Okay, 3 Sanctuary saves. Saves 2 of them. We've lost.
Right.
We've lost a dude. We'll lose you. Snapping Claws. 3
Snapping
attacks.
Claws, 3 attacks.
2s. Ooh, and 2s.
Ooh.
We got 2 of them. Sanctuary. Ooh, 2 more die. We just have a couple left. We have the Justicar and a regular Interceptor. And Smite. Which I will attempt to stop. And I do.
You do.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll just say they stopped it. Or
Very
I guess
good.
he stopped it because they tried to stop the other one.
Smite from the Herald into the Strike Squad.
This one's a 6.
Nope.
Ooh, it's a fail. The doubles don't matter for you. It's only
Not for me.
And then the other Herald, what would that one like to do?
It is going to Delightful Agonies Zarkaniel.
All right, let's see if we get it. Oh.
No.
Oh, bad psychic phases for both of us.
Ah, well.
And we have 4 more powers to do.
All right.
So no Hysterical Frenzy anymore.
Nope. Just gonna smite the Strike Squad in front of Zarkaniel.
Looking for a 7. That's a 7.
Got him.
You know what? We're gonna Librarian stop that. Yeah, we'll try to stop that with Librarian. Oh, we definitely do. I think I would have had the Psychic Hood in range, but I don't even need to check. And the other power is not worth risking. And then the Keeper.
We're gonna do the Pavane of Slaanesh onto that Strike Squad.
In the middle.
Yep.
All right.
This has got to be a 6, I believe.
Well, that Strike Squad, well, one of the Strike Squads will try and stop it. I do. All right.
Well then.
And then you're going to smite for an 8.
Why not?
All right, hits the Rhino.
Go away, Rhino.
No smite. Okay. And then shooting, we have the Rapturous.
The Infernal and Rapturous is going to make its one big shot against the Nemesis Grand Master there.
Alrighty.
Hitting on 2.
That's a hit.
Toughness.
6.
Wounding on 3.
That's a wound. 4 shielding. Ooh, how much
Minus
damage?
3.
Why, it goes through. How much damage?
3 damage.
All right. 10 wounds left.
Heck
Now
of a
it's-
shooting phase. That
Not
was
bad.
actually a 100% effective shooting phase.
That was really good. Yeah, actually, everything hit, everything wounded. I failed all my saves, and I took maximum damage.
Exactly. Perfectly effective.
That's one way of looking at it. I like it.
Absolutely.
Where would you like to start charging?
Oh, wow. That is the question, isn't it?
All right, this is where we gave leeway for the Keeper to charge into the Rhino. Minus 2 because of the pipe.
It's good.
Welcome.
Very
welcome, Welcome to the world of engaged into a legal position. Rip Rhino. And now we got harder decisions.
Very hard.
Zarkaniel charging next. Both squads both strike squads, I should say. Yep. Just gotta go touch the pipe to fight 1, and they're gonna set to defend. They get +1 to hit if that comes up, which actually might. And the Rapturous will, in addition, go into them. Oh wow.
Very good.
Absolutely. Same idea. Always be charged. ABCs.
The Herald will go and charge into the Brother Librarian.
And the Rhino, just so you don't have to worry about a weird position.
Oh, I'm gonna feel so bad if the Rhino kills him.
Would you like to
Or
command point
maybe
that?
not. No.
No?
No.
You can save it for another Demonic Incursion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hold up. Herald into the Strike Squad. Overwatch.
No.
All right.
I gotta save my CPs. The 7.
Oh, look, it's in. And the Daemonettes.
The Demonettes.
Oh, look, they're in.
Oh, yeah. And boom, in they are. That should be it for charges.
Yep.
All right, now where do you fight first? So Zarkon is a little bracketed. How are these attacks going to be split up?
Okay, so I am going to try and wipe out one and put a little hurt on the other one. So I'm putting 5 attacks with my Soul Eater Blade into these 5, along with 2 of the Slicing Claws attacks and 2 Slicing Claw attacks into them, and hoping the Infernal Raptress can maybe take a few more out. Okay, Soul Eater Blade. Hitting on 2s.
2s. You have a miss. I'll take anything. I'll take anything.
Yep.
Still 2s to wound because of high strength.
Yep, 2s to wound. Okay.
4 of them. And these are AP 3?
Those should be AP.
So yeah, 6 up on power.
How is that that was my wounds?
Yes.
1 is 3 mortal wounds.
In addition to the normal name?
No.
So 6s. Oh, okay. I'll just, sorry, I knocked that over. I actually saved all 3 of them.
Very good.
Actually, that's like huge.
That is indeed huge.
And they have the ages. I ignore 1 of the mortal wounds from the 6. So
Okay.
she kills 1 so far.
Ooh.
And the 2 slicing claw attacks on 2s, both hit. And
hits.
these are still high enough strength, I believe. Strength 6 base, but I think the claws give more strength. Well, those both wound anyways.
Those will do.
Is that better AP?
That.
Those are just straight up -4. I get no save against that. So that's so 2 die to the mortal wounds from the Soul Stealer Blade, and then the claws cleave through 2 more of them. Interesting. 2 more attacks into this squad. 2s to hit. Ooh, nice. Probably 2s to wound. Oh, they both wound. I guess we'll double check. The 3 should still do it, even at strength 6. These are AP4, but they do have heavy cover, so it doesn't matter. 2 die. I'm going to lose the side cannon at this point and the force sword. The question is, do I counter-offensive over here to try and take out this keeper? Or, it would have been an obvious answer, but that Historical Frenzy really caved in that flank. Or do I try and lighten up over here? But that Herald can carve up a bunch on her own as well. I don't want to lose all my strike squads. I don't lose my interceptors either. They're fast and they could be useful. And they could take out the 5 wounds on their own. The Demon Hammer's 3 damage, the Sword's 2, but I gotta get through. And I have -1 to hit as well, which is not ideal. But they do have Hammerhand active. Interesting. Interesting. Crap, because I'm just giving them up otherwise. But then this guy can just go and clean that up later. But like that's
The question is,
will
the Dread Knight be able to hold its own?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna counter-offensive over here. Just have that bigger squad of interceptors or strike squad. I don't think either of them is the wrong answer you pointed out. I think you're right. I think I'll get more value here. I have no command points now. Indeed, until the start of my next psychic phase, so Hammerhand will be active. I think I'm gonna put all the attacks in the Demonettes. How many wounds are the Herald? 4?
Heralds are about 4, yeah.
Jeez. There's a lot of value in killing that Herald. I'm gonna try and put 2 of them into the Herald, and then, sorry, the 2 of swords into the Herald, and then 3 into the Demonettes. So this is into the Herald on 3s.
Yep.
Dang it, guys!
Oh no!
Roll better. Roll better. Reroll. That's
Okay.
actually very good. That's very good. Okay,
that
that's all
could
I
do.
need. That's 2 mortal wounds and 2 demon saves that are 2 damage each. So unless you make both, that's out of my control then. Okay, that's 6 damage.
Herald's gone.
Oh, whoa, scary. Oh, guys, what are you doing? This is the Demon Hammer, hitting on 4s, the 3 misses, and 2s. Reroll if I need to. So that's a mortal wound plus 3 saves.
Hey, let's see them 5 up.
So it kills 3. Then 2 swords left, hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s. Rerolling if I need to. That's a mortal wound. Just a mortal wound and 4 saves. Demon saves. 5 ups. Ooh,
No.
that's 5 more die. So it kills
1, 2, 3.
from the Demon Hammer,
Yep.
and then 5 more from the swords. Okay, that should save
Take
a
you.
couple of their lives. Not bad. And then the rest of the attacks go to Slaanesh. It's a dangerous tango fighting against them. All right, we're gonna try and finish off the interceptor squad with that keeper.
Emphasis on try.
Oh, we have this is the sword, 1 miss, and still 2s to wound because it's strength 8-ish.
Yep.
It's still 4 of them. Sanctuary. Ha! They're dead. You go down. Would you like to consolidate it all?
Absolutely.
Oop. Just to block the passage there. Can go ahead and roll up the Sinistrous Hand on this one, just because there won't be any more damage allocated to that keeper. So D3 wounds back, 5 goes to 6. All right. Feed. 9 attacks with those Demonettes. Luckily, this Herald didn't make a charge because it's still providing the +1 strength aura.
Handy.
Man, I was hoping to kill that one Herald. A little more value out of that, but oh well. 3s to hit here. 4s to wound instead of 5s.
See them 6s.
Okay, will matter for one of them.
Yeah, -1.
-1, so these are 4+ armor saves. I take a damage.
All right.
Then we're gonna lose, I guess we'll put the wound on you in the middle because I don't think it really matters. And then we have the Enrapturous and the Keeper of Secrets over here to swing with. Enrapturous attacking the strike squad across the barricade from her.
Hitting on 2s. All right.
1 miss.
Wounding, I believe, on 4s.
Ooh, might be good AP. Well, I am behind heavy cover and I rolled a 6. All right, we're good. Ooh, you get to beat up my Rhino.
I'm gonna need
and
more dice.
Absolutely. Boop, boop. I think it's like 6 attacks with the sword.
It is.
Sword. 2s. Okay, nice.
Okay. Wounding on 3s.
3s to wound. -3. 6s. I save 1. That's 9 damage. We have 1 wound left. Seems familiar. We have 3 hits with the claws.
Yep.
And should be 3s to wound. No save. Oh.
Oh.
Good enough. Do I explode? No.
Okay.
Rhino is destroyed. Would you like to consolidate?
Yes.
Closer to the enemy. Well, now I get to resolve these 2 units attacking. We're going to start with this unit attacking against Zarkai-Neil. We'll use you to go to about there. To stay coherent, you can't pile in because you're in base contact. All right, Mr. Demon Hammer. 4s, because Zarkai-Neil's -1 to hit, and a Demon Hammer is also that. 2 wounds at your 4-up invulnerable save, because those are your T7. Those are strength 8. Ooh, that's 3 damage.
I'm a command.
Oh, you won't have anything for demonic incursion on your turn if you command point this. No reroll. It's definitely worth getting a keeper back next turn. So we're not going to risk that. So that's 3 damage down to 5, and then we
Down to
have
5.
3 attacks with the sword on 4s. No rerolling, and nope, no hammer hand. So no wounding roll there. And then I have the other strike squad, who one of them will attack Zarkai-Neil because it's in range 2, and then the other 2 will attack the Infernal and Rapturous because of same limitations. Into the Infernal and Rapturous, 3s. Okay, we got half hit, and I assume not T5.
Nope, T3.
So 3 wounds and demon saves.
5 up.
Oh, very nice. Only 2 damage. And then we have the attacks into Zarkai-Neil on 4s, and not those. Didn't quite trade too much there. We've kind of bounced off each other somehow. These both are all very heavy hitting units. And that's it. On to leadership. I do have to check on the strike squad. They lost oh, is there more?
Zarkai-Neil.
Oh, heals
killed
D3.
something.
Yes.
Heals D6.
Oh, okay. 4.
All right.
9. Very nice. Okay. Well, now on to morale. I lost 3. I don't think it matters on them. The strike squad. No, I lost 3. They're okay. They're holding. And then you have your demonettes to roll for over there. Who lost, you're pretty much just staying on 1.
Yeah!
Even though you have a higher leadership with keepers nearby.
Fingers crossed.
Oh,
yes.
My goodness. Life is hard for the Grey Knights.
Now
D6 joined the unit. 1.
Okay,
Right,
well.
That's still good. That's still good. I just cannot push through the Slaanesh forces right now. This is rough. I'm going to start losing out on points here pretty heavily. Okay, scoring at the end of your turn. You are engaging on all fronts again, this time for 3 points. And then you don't have that objective, but you do have this one for vital ground, so that's 2 points, and not quite mine either. All right, we are going to gain a command point in our command phase, and I am on 2 of the 4 objectives, so I will be gaining 10 victory points at the end of the command phase. Currently, command points are 1 to 2 for the Demons of Slaanesh, so chances are I'm going to kill one of the keepers off, and they are going to be coming right back on turn 4, which is not ideal. Yeah, we're going to go right on to movement. I've got a vague idea of what I want to do. I think... My goodness, I don't know what I think. We are going... Ooh, it's suspicious, man. I am now in a very questionable, at best, position. We are going to move this Rhino to... Can't go there, because that's going to block where I want to go. So we're going to go up to there with the Rhino. Yeah. Librarian's going to move forward to about here. And then the Grandmaster is going to move forward to there. I think that's going to take the Grandmaster to about just outside of an inch.
Fight.
It's going to be a big fight. Actually, Rando's not blocking me completely. There we go. And I think we're going to keep all that in combat just so I can throw out a couple smites here and there. Keep your wounds. You're going to stay still. Chances are they're going to stay in combat. These guys are going to move this direction because I need them all in range. Only because I'm going to swap my tide now. So we are going to move just over here. I also want to keep guys on the objective. -1 to hit won't matter too much, I hope. The Dread Knight will move. We're good to move the Dread Knight to about here. He had to shoot backwards with the heavy side cannon. And the Brother Captain. Let's see, Brother Captain. Brother Captain can move to about there. His auras aren't going to matter too much anymore. We are done moving, and we are going to go ahead and... Psychic Phase, we are going to go ahead and Psychic Channel on the Librarian. So the next 2 powers he casts are going to be at 3 dice. I choose whichever 2 I want. That's my only command point. I need these. I'm going to do Warp Shaping. Oh, I'm going to choose to take, not the perils. I'm going to take the 11. I'd recommend trying, I don't know, it's up to you. This will allow me to reroll all hit and wound rolls against demons of 1.
Yeah.
And then reduce your leadership as well. Keeper's going to attempt to deny. It does have the Jewel of Excess. So
+1 to deny. Nope, not even close.
Halfway there, you just need to show a 6 over here.
Not even close.
Oh, we got one of the dice you needed. Okay, well that's going to change it to the Tide of Banishment. So if your demons within 6 of me, it reduces their leadership by 2, and the rerolls on 1s for all attacks, 1s to hit and 1s to wound. And then the second power will be Empiric Amplification. We got that with a 9 as well, and that's going to go on that Keeper's Secret. So it's all Nemesis weapons and side weapons that target it are at +1 to wound.
Gotcha.
Sorry, +1 damage. I'd recommend stopping that one.
I'm going to try that, yeah.
Can you do it? No.
Ooh,
no. Yeah, off by 1, yeah.
The wrong keeper tried to dispel the wrong thing.
Oh, okay, I got those out. That's huge. Okay.
Very good.
That'll help a lot here. And then we're going to go with the Strike Squad over there. We're going to cast Smite. We're going to cast it from the furthest one in. Because I want to not roll any doubles and take mortal wounds, and I want to kill that Infernal and Rapturous.
Whoa.
That's a big smite.
I think you're going to do it.
Would you like to try and stop that one?
I think you got it.
All right, D6 mortal wounds. Okay, we do kill the Infernal and
Got him.
Kaboom.
The big smite.
And then I think I want to smite with these guys too, because the Hammer Hand's not going to help me that much against that. So we're going to smite. Oh, we failed it though. Okay, well, I would fail the Hammer Hand as well. Grandmaster will attempt a Vortex of Doom. That's a fail. That's going to bring it to the Brother Captain, who could throw Sanctuary out. Fail that. And then we have these 2 squads here. Closest visible to that squad's probably Zarkaineal. So I've smoked twice. It's just that's definitely closer, but I can't see it.
Yep.
So we're going to be hitting a smite off with them. Failing that one too. Oof. Dang. Okay.
Oh.
These guys are going to Astral Aim. They get that, so they get to reroll a hit roll. Because Smite's just going to hit the Herald. I don't care about that. And then we have those guys and you. I guess you could Hammer Hand, so you will. We got the Hammer Hand off on him.
I'm going to try and deny.
He gets to reroll wound rolls if this goes off. No, not quite. And then that squad over there is just going to smite with them.
Oh no.
Perils. Uh-oh. They're going to suffer 3 mortal wounds. And they take 2. So that does kill you off. Oh, and then you know what? You fell over. You'll get the wounds as well. So you take 1. Let's just go ahead and start this nonsense off right. Let's just start pumping everything we can into that Keeper's Secrets over there.
Yep.
Everything else is an afterthought, pretty much. Let's start with this Purgation Squad firing. And then the Stormbolter, heck, the Stormbolter will go there as well. Stormbolter's only got a couple shots. Reroll the 1 because Banishment. And roll 1 because of Banishment. Ooh, I got a wound. Simply 1 and 4 up.
Give me that 4. Nope.
And then you have a 6 to ignore.
Yep. Nope.
Because of the shield, I do 1 damage. And the cannons on 4s because we moved to get them all in range, but we are rerolling hit rolls of 1. Hey, it mattered for a couple of them. Banishment's gonna look really good. I just haven't been getting a lot of mortal wounds with the Convergence. These are strength 7. Are you T7?
I'm T7.
All right, so we have 4 wounding hits plus. Nope, just 4 wounding hits. The invulnerable saves, 4 pluses.
Give me the 4s.
Okay, that's actually 9 damage.
Oof.
It's 3 damage per shot against because of the psychic power. All right, these are 6s to ignore because of the shield. Oh, you ignored 2, so it's 7 damage. The other purgation squad will fire. These ones didn't move, so they're actually hitting on 3s. Whoop. Rerolling any 1. Oh, see, now it's not going to work because there's only 2s. It's okay, that was a good amount of hits. 4s. We have 3 wounding hits. These are 4-up invulnerable saves.
Come on, baby.
That's 3 damage,
All right.
which you ignore on 6s. And 3
Nope.
damage. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the heavy incinerator and the Gatling silencer.
Finish the job.
Try and finish it off, yeah. And silencer on 2s. And wounding on 5s. Rerolling any 1s. So we have only 2.
Ooh.
2 4-ups.
Give me the force.
That's 2 damage.
Okay, okay.
6 is to ignore.
We're still in.
All right. It's got 3 wounds left. We got the 2d6 automatic hits. We have 9. These are only 1 damage each, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because it's not a psi weapon. It's a like a flamer. These are 5s to 1.
Whoa.
Rerolling that one. Okay, we have 5 wounding hits. Woo. These are that demon save.
4 up.
Only 1. We have the 6-up to ignore. 1 damage. It's got 2 wounds left. Okay.
Hanging on.
Hanging on barely, yeah. Let's do a couple of like little preliminary shots because I think I want to put your shots into that keeper.
Yep.
So we'll do librarian firing.
Okay.
4 shots on 3s. Reroll the 1 if I can pick it up. And then these are wounding on 5s. Reroll the 1. Banishment. 2 wounds. 2 4 pluses. These are just regular storm bolters. Ooh, 1 damage. 6-up to ignore because we got a shield. Ooh, getting there.
Down to 1.
And then we have the storm bolter on the stupid rhino. 3s.
Oh my goodness.
2 wounds. The rhino isn't a psyker. It doesn't get the tide. So 2 regular saves.
Is the rhino gonna be the hero the Grey Knights need?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, indeed.
Now you got the shield. Hasn't worked. I think it worked. The leg did stop a couple wounds. Bloop. Oh yes, we got
Rhino does it.
Do you want to bring back that one or the Sinistrous Hand one? Oh, I haven't killed it yet, technically.
That's presumptuous, Luca.
It is very. I apologize. I apologize. We're not going to use the demonic incursion on that keeper. We're instead going to save it for this one over here. Now we do have some more shots. We have the brother captain who will fire into the keeper there, hitting on 2s, banishment. Okay, and 5s. 2 saves on that keeper.
All right.
2 5-ups.
5-ups.
Yeah. This is Mastercraft Stormbolter. That's, oh, you're fine. Double save.
Bing.
We're going to go ahead with the Dread Knight firing 6 shots with a heavy side cannon into said Keeper's Secrets on trees. Rerolling the 1s. And I think 4s. Oh, Strength 8. Reroll the 1. Just 1 at your 5-up demon save.
Come on, baby. Nope.
Okay, 2 damage. Down to 4. That's it for shooting. Not love with... I mean, I'm happy I got the 1 keeper down, but it's taking quite a bit here. We're going to do charging. We're going to have the Librarian charge the Herald. Good enough. Cool. And then we're going to have our Grand Master try and take out Zarkai Neil and get +1 to this roll. Just has to go forward a little bit to get within that ½ inch. And then we're going to go way over to here. This is where I hate this position against Slaanesh, where I have to kind of charge everything. It's just back and forth. Horrible, horrible position to be in. Dread Knight charging this keeper. Yep.
Get him.
Boom. All right. Now, the problem is I can't risk my Grandmaster because he's got Gate of Infinity. So I'm going to have to hope that with the bracket on that and the 4 invulnerable save that I could just take it out. Maybe. That's so freaking annoying that they can get to all fight and everything, though. Gosh. This brother captain's going to go ahead and charge. Sorry, he's going to charge the ladies over here. Being aggressive. I pretty much have no choice but to go with the... I mean, I could risk the invulnerable saves over here, but the... Oh, gosh. I'm just going to hope that, like, the fewer attacks this thing has will help me. I don't know. It's
This one you get an invul save against. That one you could potentially not get an invul save against.
Plus, as Zarkai Neil can't come back, and like Zarkai Neil's got a lot of healing potential, so I'm just going to go ahead and... Plus, that'll save my strike squads. I'm not actually worried about his life. I'm worried more about the strike squads involved.
Yeah, it's probably best to go against Zarkanel first and take the licks that this one can give out.
What I think I should have done is like not charge this guy in and had it more than 3 away. No, it's got the bigger hero convention.
Do you want to do that?
No. It's because you have the bigger hero convene.
Okay.
I forgot about that. I could have just stayed outside of 3, but you have the good upgrade on that one.
No, that's that one. That's Zarakanil that has the big...
I thought this one had a bigger consolidate and a bigger heroic intervention.
No, this one is +2 movement.
I'm not. I'll stay in combat anyways.
Are you sure?
Just I'm gonna go for the higher risk, higher reward.
You
player.
gave me one with the Rhino. I'll give you this chance to take this one back.
Nah.
All right.
I want to slot. I guess I'm just what I'm saying. I think the more tactical decision is to stay.
If you want to do it.
Outside of 3.
If you want to do it.
But I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Hopefully, only because you chose not to demonically incur that one. That's the reason why I would say it's smarter to do that.
Fair enough.
But I'm gonna go for blood. 6 attacks with the sword. We're going for the D6 damage profile.
Big swings.
These hit on 3s because Archineal is -1 to hit. But we get to reroll 1s, and his relic lets him reroll 1 wound and 1 hit roll. So
Great.
Use that there. It does help. And then these wound on probably just 3s. Rerolling
Oh, no.
1s and a single wound roll. Okay, there we go. We have 4 invulnerable saves. All right. You get lucky here. The vulnerable save is always iffy. Super iffy.
And 4 ups.
You make... Okay. You make 2 of them.
2 of them.
Fail 2 of them. No, do you want to use a command point here? It's 2d6 damage. It's not likely I'll kill it. I have to get lucky to kill it at this point.
I need this keeper back, so I gotta.
Bah! 8 damage, 7 damage.
Woo!
Yeah, so 2 wounds left on Zarkaniel because of that stupid claw. Dang, very good. Makes the most sense to go with this keeper next. It is in its lowest bracket.
Yep.
Because Zarkaniel gets to go before both the strike squads get to go because Slaanesh got a great trait. So good. Okay, here we go. It's only good because I play combat armies all the time,
Yeah.
so it always stresses me out fighting against it.
Yep.
All right, so over there, what's the
4 attacks with the
sword? That's
with
right.
the sword.
On 2s. Ooh, no
Ooh,
misses. I
boy.
want to see misses. These are still wounding on 3s because I'm toughness 6.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And 4 shielding. Make 1 fail one. Can't complain
Okay.
about that.
3 damage.
Down to 7. And then we have the 2 claw attacks. Snapping claws. 1 hit.
Ooh, okay. And wounding on 3.
Probably a 3. It does miss.
No.
Okay. Well,
Very good.
I will go with my next charge, which was... I'm going to go with the brother captain into the Demonettes, I suppose. Attacks with the Force Sword on 2s. Rerolling the 1 because banishment. We're trying to get these demons out of here. 3s to wound, rerolling the 1. Okay, so we have 4 demon saves. The 6s don't matter anymore if anyone's curious.
A 5 up.
I kill 2.
Came back only to immediately die.
And then you get to pick something. Attack the Herald into the Librarian.
All right, Herald's going into the Librarian. 2s to hit.
All hit. Ooh, nice. And these are 4s to wound dice. 3s to wound, actually.
These are 3s to wound. 6s do the good numbers.
All right, so we have 3. The 6 is a 5-up invulnerable save. And it's normally 2 damage, but the con 2 Van Braces make them 1. And then I have 2 regular saves, which I fail both those as well.
Oh, no.
So I take 3. 1 wound left.
Oh, boy.
Oh, gosh. Okay, well, I'll just... Who else charged? I guess the Librarian charged. I'll go with the Librarian. Librarian has 4 attacks. 1 reroll, and 3s. 4 saves on the Herald. That is 6
Gone.
damage. Okay, we got a Herald. We got both. Sorry, that Herald over there. Jeez, everything is so dangerous now. I don't even want to be near a vehicle that could explode. The poor Librarian, life is scary. Okay, that's my charge done. That's another one of my fights. So you can go with Zarkaniel or the Demonettes.
I think we're going to go with Zarky.
Oh, here we go. All right, we're gonna do 4 because the profile is pretty much the higher AP on the claws over the sword. What was the split again? Sorry.
We're doing the 4 blade attacks into them because if I score 4s on mortal wounds, it will just do flat 3 mortal wounds instead of damage.
Oh, is hers 4 plus the wound?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was 6s only.
No.
Oh, because you had
4s.
a bunch of 4s previously.
Hey, c'est la vie.
I made all the 6-up saves.
C'est la
against-
vie.
Oh my gosh.
Either way. And with them, we're going to be doing the slicing claws. We missed it.
Okay.
It's half on me to get this right too. So
I guess I forgot the +1 to hit against when I swung back at her. So
Hey,
I wonder if that would have
so
mattered.
it goes.
Yeah.
All right, so we're doing the sword attacks first. Hitting on 2s.
We have all hit.
Oh, good.
And these are really looking for 4 pluses here.
We're looking for 4 pluses.
Otherwise 3's wound.
Oh no!
So we have another great roll. 2 wounding hits at AP 3 with the sword.
We gotta keep the
Yeah.
points for.
So I make one of them, so I kills off you.
One. Yeah.
And then we have the attacks into them
Yep.
with claws.
4. Hitting on 2s.
And 3s.
Good. Wounded on 3s.
That kills them both off. Oh yeah, no save. Minus
There we
4. Oof. Can I reach in there without touching anything? Yes.
Oh, you should play Operation.
Okay. Well, we're gonna keep you there because you're within range of the objective. Because I think you're done. No, I still have to do one of my charges. Where do I technically have to do that fight. Do the D6 damage swings, hitting on 3s here and wounding on 3s. Okay.
Okay.
3 demon saves.
That'll still do it.
D6 damage each on fail. I hate that it's D6 damage, but it is what it is.
Oh.
2 of them go through. Yeah, it's gonna be
Got
10 damage. We cut down that keeper. I guess I had rerolls too, maybe. It doesn't really matter.
And I will be spending
on
2
demonic
command
incursion.
points to bring it
Absolutely.
back.
Okay, and then we are gonna use that to consolidate to about there, I suppose. And well, folks, that's all she wrote for my charges. You get to go with these demonettes still. No heralds nearby to help. 7 attacks.
They're all gone. Hitting on 3s.
That's not a bad roll.
It's not bad.
And
Wounded on 5s.
okay.
Okay.
I'll just strike back. The question is, I'm gonna just pile in, get a little closer like that, and swing. 3s to hit. Got a miss, and 3s to wound. All right, that's just 8 saves. Okay.
They gone.
Okay. Yep, they get cut down. I'm not gonna bother consolidating because I don't want to get closer to the.
Oh,
demonettes.
come on.
No.
Oh,
No.
come on.
Trying to think, cause like the keeper's just gonna pop because they can't advance the charge right now, but the keeper's secrets is gonna show up at some point,
They've had such a fun time.
and then which will provide that ability. It's brutal though. Oh man. Oh, it's still I don't have a whole lot of Grey Knights left here, guys. Do I consolidate? No. And we're gonna go with that strike squad over there, last thing to fight after this hefty third turn of fighting. You're gonna stay there because you're within 3 of the objective, and you're gonna pile in to this side. Boom. And swing on it. I don't get the +1 to hit because they weren't charged this turn, so just gonna hopefully get lucky. Not that I remember the +1 to hit last time.
you know.
It is what it is. I should have 7 attacks because the Justicar. These are 4s to hit. Rerolling any 1s. There are no 1s. And these are 5s to wound. And reroll the 1.
Follow your inspiration, the Rhino.
2
Okay.
demon saves. Fail one of these and you're dead. Pressure. Make both and then, oh, it is what it is.
Hey, I love pain. Gone.
Okay, 4 damage. Zarkaniel also goes down. Not without a heck of a fight, though. Yeah, good pick. He almost picked her up by the hair. Oof. All right, so we get Zarkaniel down, and then I guess we'll consolidate a little bit with them. Just get them a little closer together. Oh, what am I? Of course, why would I do that? I'm a fool. No consolidating. I'm literally just said I was on the objective. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. We fought off, like, lots of demons, but we are, like, we're barely breathing ourselves. Like, it looks like I got a lot left, but not compared to another keeper. There's going to be another Keeper of Secrets. There's Fiends over there, and there's Demonettes over there. Scoring purposes, I do not get... I should have considered the Demonic Incursion when I picked my secondaries. The one secondary is no bueno right now. I'm probably going to get 0 points for it. But I do get a lot of points for killing demons there. It's 3 per monster, so I've killed 3... That's 3, 6, 9 points for that. And a few more for the other units I've killed. I'm getting pretty close to maximum on that. And we do get 2 points for Vital Ground. And you get 1 command point.
All right, still got this one right here, and I've got the Fiends on number 4.
My goodness. Okay, that's 10 points. You're still ahead in points. I mean, it's a tight game, guys. This is a very tight game. It's long too. Crazy long.
It's been a long one.
It's been a long day as well. Okay, well, on to movement. Yep, so this unit's going to move to over there, and they're going to retrieve Octarius data for that table quarter, meaning that this unit has to push through one of these table quarters and retrieve Octarius data and not be tied up in combat, just to get the 7 points for
It's
it.
gonna be a big one. Well,
Attempt to advance these fiends.
we got to do a big numbers advance here.
Get them ready. Can this? Ooh, 4.
Okay.
You need something to get near that objective later on. So they go up to 18 inches,
Yep.
which doesn't quite get them there. You needed the extra 2 inches on the 6 just to get to the objective. So something else will have to compensate. These demonettes are going to just move forward 7. They cannot advance and charge. There's no heroes nearby. The keeper could show up. You could, if you wanted to advance and daisy chain backwards, because the plan is, since they failed their advance to get to this objective, the keeper's going to show up like there, I guess. So if you want to advance them and daisy chain back a little bit, and then you get more on the, it's up to you, because it's still 6-inch aura, which would be like to like that area there.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
That's a very
Go ahead and
good competitive kind of.
go ahead and throw an advance at them.
Yes.
They get to go an extra 3 inches, so move them forward 3 more and then figure out what the daisy chain looks like.
Okay.
It'd end up there with the advance, and then the keeper shows up. So how many points is 30 demonettes?
30 demonettes. That's a good question. That is
Probably, I'm gonna guess they're like 9 points or 8 points each.
7 points, I believe.
Also the
235
with the equipment, yeah.
Yep.
So you've gotten about, oh wow, it's like 675 points plus the fiends, so like over 700 points
The
back so
fiends
far.
are about 40 each.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Over 740 points back so far.
And
I mean,
that could only have happened at
against Grey Knights,
you
yeah.
playing Grey Knights.
I haven't done too much anti-demon stuff until the tide on that turn, so it's kind of wild to see that they needed an extra 700 points to kind of keep the game going.
I was expecting Death Guard or Space Wolves or.
It's actually probably a better game because I'm playing Grey
It
Knights.
is. You know what? It probably is.
Pretty sure you get to choose new psychic powers for the keeper, but this one already conveniently had the one you'd want. The ones
Yeah.
you'd want. So that is
Delightful Agonies and Hysterical Frenzy.
Perfect. Well, Delightful Agonies it is then.
Yes, indeed.
Bloop, bloop. Yep.
Got it.
We'll try and stop that. We'll say you guys are going to try and do it with your big brain. With +1? Nope, not
Almost.
quite. So 6 up to ignore damage on them.
Fantastic.
And then you could smite. And never mind. Couldn't quite get within 18 and hold the objective, so no smiting. But, oh well. Charging. Because we've killed the one shooting model.
Yeah, 100%. We're going right into the strike squad, and yeah, well, let's tie in the brother captain as well.
Brother Captain. All right, roll her up.
Give it to me.
I got nothing fancy.
8 plus for the instrument.
All right, well, in they go. And I want to point out, I can't do my Omen of Incursion because that keeper showed up very far away. All right, that's where they end up. And that's pretty much it. So that's the one fight. I got nothing fancy to do. Let's pile them in and throw some dice. We're at least at a simpler time with the game where
Very simple.
not a lot of fanciness going on. All right, they pile in
They're in.
and they're ready to swing. Up to 5 of them could attack the Brother Captain. The rest have to attack the Strike Squad.
Yeah.
5 of them attacking the Brother Captain. It's going to be 16 attacks because their unit size gives them an extra attack on top of their 2. And then the Allurus has 4. And that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 attacking the Strike Squad, which would be 33 attacks. Yikes. So we're going to do the Brother Captain first. It's 16, hitting on 3.
3s.
And 5's to wound. Oh!
Okay.
Poor Brother Captain. 4 Rens and 2 regular saves, so 3 ups. Oop, 1 damage. And then these are Iron Halos, so he takes 2 damage in total. Brother Captain's a weird. He's like kind of like a lieutenant, but he's got a profile of a captain. But he's got the rule of lieutenant. I don't know. All right, then we have the 33 attacks into the Strike Squad. Yikes. This could be the end of the Strike Squad, or at least a massive hit to them. We'll see what the Demonettes are like without a Herald supporting them.
Hint, not great. And 5s.
6s are good. Womp womp. It is what it is, right? So that's 2 damage, and that's -4, right? Or is that
Yeah,
it doesn't
-4.
matter. So that's 3 damage, which will kill you off. Boop. And then, I guess we'll lose you. Or it doesn't really matter who I pick here. We'll lose you. Boom, boom. I have 2 left over there and the Brother Captain over there. And then I'll just fight back with those 2. Brother Captain's got 5 attacks on 2s and 3s. 4 saves.
And 5 ups.
I kill 2.
2.
And then the Strike Squad is 3s and 3s. And then I'm just going to do the Demon Hammer as well, get it out of the way. 4s, okay, and 2s. And Banishing, so we have another 6 saves. Those you kind of have to do separate, so do 3 swords first.
3 swords.
Because they have the damage mitigation spell on them. So reroll that one, the 6 only, because that you have to roll 2 6s in a row to negate
yes,
complete
yes,
attack.
yes.
Oh, you do!
Holy
It's only
cow.
2 dice, so roll these again for the hammer. And then there's 1 more for the hammer as well.
No.
There's 3. So 1 more. You have to roll that 2 more times. 2 more 6s in a row.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Delightful Agonies, they love it. They love it. All right, Kate. Okay, interesting. So only 4 die, and then we have to go back for the brother captain because he did kill it was like 2 or 3, and then we have to do the Lifeful Agonies for them as well. The brother captain only got 2, so the Lifeful Agonies, no, 2 more die.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
2 more. Oh, we already picked. We already got him. All right, that brings it to Battle Shock. The Demonettes. Now their leadership is reduced by 2 because I am in the rights of banishment and you're within 6 inches of a Grey Knight Psyker. The regular leadership 7 down to 5, so we're looking for a 1. Ooh.
Nope.
So 1's gonna run, and boy, do we have to roll a lot of dice. Boom. These are only on 1s. 23 remaining, so we're gonna roll 23 dice, and for every 1, another Demonette will run. And 1s.
Ooh.
3, 4, not too many. Oh, 5 actually.
5.
It's a little
5.
bit average. 5 are also their connection to real space was weak. Back they go, like the hellspawn they are.
Adios.
And that is the end of the turn. For the end of Demon turn 4, we are... Interesting. I wonder. Well, you know what? Dang, that was a mistake. These guys, I guess, yeah, they could have probably stayed over there, and then you could have just showed up over there.
You know.
The thing that showed up is if they rolled a 6, then the Keeper would have deployed aggressively to charge.
Yeah.
That was so they could have stayed over there. So many angles in this game. Okay, well, you do complete Retrieve Octarius data for that table quarter, and then engage on all fronts is nada, because you only got the 1 unit over here.
Yep.
It's missing on points for Vital Ground as well, but that gives the Dread Knight an easy charge, I guess, if they're hanging over easiest charge. I don't know. We're gonna go into my turn 4 on the bottom. You know, on second thought, looking at everything, this is a way safer play. It gets you a lot more victory points. I'm the one who kind of suggested running back there to get the point and then put the Keeper more aggressively, but I'm never a fan of like a 6 on an advance afterwards. I'm like, oh, never mind. I should have said don't do it. And then the Keeper just shows up there, and then they stay there because you get 2 points for Vital Ground, and then you make sure I only get 10 points for Primary on my turn, because otherwise, if that's abandoned, I get 15 points for Primary. So that's a massive point rate. That's like an unacceptable point rate. So they're going to stay over there. That doesn't change anything at all, actually. It just makes sure you get Vital Ground. And then this is what the command points look like as we're on the bottom of turn 4. And command phase, I get my 1 command point. I'm on 2 of the objectives, so I get 10 points for that. Movement, on the other hand, well, movement is a whole different story, I will say, just because, actually, it's a little suspicious. I'm not in love with a lot of this. The Demonettes get to go first. Most of my Storm Bolters are already there, so what we're going to do is we're going to fall back from combat. We're going to go in this direction, because I won't be able to do any Psychic Powers. I won't be able to do any of that stuff. Brother Captain is gonna fall back as well. And yeah. Librarian is going to move. I don't know, man. It's tough to say. Because I kind of want to be aggressive with Librarian, but it's not worth risking his life. Because I got to make room for this guy. So Librarian's gonna move back. The Rhino is going to. We're gonna move those 2 first. And these 2 are going to probably advance. 2. They only go 6 because of the pipe. Trying to make moves for turn 5. These guys got ambitions. Boom. We're gonna move over there, and then we're gonna have the Rhino move. We are going to turn the Rhino. I've already measured. He ends up in this position pretty much. So he goes up over there, even with the -2 inches on the pipe. We're gonna move. We're probably gonna Gate of Infinity, but in case that spell fails, we're gonna go there. Scratch that. We're gonna go more over here. We get +1 to our charge roll. We just want to be more than 24 away from that Keeper of Secrets. So you can't deny.
Come on.
He's going to move there. The Purgation Squad. This one can't see anything because of the paths here. I can't see over through this line. So this one's going to move this direction. That one's going to move there. And then this one is going to just, I don't know, advance, I suppose. It's got no shots. Go an extra 2. Go and give this guy lookouts there for. It's not going to do anything, though. There's no shooting in the Slaanesh army. We're just moving forward with side cannons. And then we are going to move you 9 inches. 4 will end up in that position. Not quite on the objective, unfortunately. I can't advance and get on it either, so I'm going to have to rely on a charge. And maybe I don't Gate of Infinity and all that fancy stuff right now. I'm going to still stay pretty far away, but Gate of Infinity is not looking super great. Just be a little more meticulous, I suppose, for now. And we'll see what that gets me. And we just kind of clear out these Demonettes here. So for Psychic Powers, neither of them can do anything. You have Hammer Hand, so sure, I'll cast Hammer Hand. We get it with a 7. Try and deny that one with the keeper. Looking for an 8.
Nope.
Hammer hand up over there. That strike squad over there is going to throw out a smite, I suppose, at advanced. And we got a smite. I believe the demonettes are the nearest. Do you have
I can deny nothing now.
Nothing now. Okay, so the demonettes suffer 1 whole mortal wound. They have a 6-step delightful agonies though.
Yes, they do.
Nope. 1 demonette dies. This stupid squad here still can't smite, so we're gonna do smite from the purgation squad there. Okay, well they're gonna suffer perils. Why don't you go ahead and roll me d3 unless you want to make it 2d3 with your 1 command point.
You know what? Yeah, let's do it.
Or you can work, or on your turn you could have demonic incursion on turn. Oh no, it wouldn't matter.
No,
You're right, yeah,
no.
point. So 2d3 mortal wounds. It's gonna be 3.
3.
You have the Aegis. That's a dead guy. It's be the last Slaanesh command point. And that's a big smite. 1 mortal wound, not worth. Delightful agony. For a 6 up to ignore the damage. Okay.
Ho ho!
Okay. In the end, he just kills himself and no effect. They can't do anything. The librarian has warp shaping and I can't go back to convergence. Empiric, and we're gonna smite with librarian. Fail. And then empiric amplification, I suppose. We got it on that squad there. It just means that any psi weapon or nemesis weapon that targets him is an extra damage. It'll just make delightful agonies a little more difficult to pull off. And then the Grandmaster, Vortex of Doom, fails. Okay, that was easy. Shooting phase, we're gonna start with that Rhino, taking a couple shots into the demonettes. 4 shots. Okay, it's not a psyker. That's 1 wounding hit. Demon save, and then a 6 up to ignore.
Nope.
1 damage. 1 demonette dead. Bam. So we'll do the Grandmaster. Sure, yeah, we'll do the Grandmaster. Everything into him. 2d6 with the heavy incinerator. 7 automatic hits.
That's nice.
2s to wound to strength 6. We do have the rights of banishment active. These are only 1 damage each, so that's 6 saves. 5 up, re-rolling into 6s. Make 2.
Okay.
And delightful agonies prevents 1 more.
1, 2, 3.
Gatling silencer on 2s, reroll the 1s as a banishment. And 3s. Reroll the 1. Okay, we have 12 saves. 12 saves, 5 up. Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Now these are going to be 2 damage each because they have empiric amplification on them. It's actually the middle part, that was it, so it was actually pretty average. So these are 6 ups, and then any 6s you have to reroll in the 6s.
Yep.
So that could save 1 of them. That's 8 dead.
Plink, 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 plink. Plink.
Yeah. No, he's pretty much anyone
Oh,
but that
not
banner.
you.
Yeah.
No.
That does pull the librarian out of line of sight. So we probably should have shot him first, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead with the strike squad here, firing into them, and we'll start with the Stormbolter. Bam. Reroll. And 3s. 1. 5 up save. The 1 Stormbolter.
We did it!
And then we have 9 shots from the, what's it called? Psy cannons, which are hitting on 4s because we moved. Reroll the 1s because of banishment. That's a miss. And 2s to wound. Reroll the 1, strength 7. We have 5 demon saves. Demonic.
Well, if I can quote the one immortal Bon Jovi, we just came back to say goodbye.
Are they all dead?
They gone.
Now, these are 3 damage each, and you do have delightful agonies.
Yeah.
It's not likely, but you never know. That could be just a banner live. Any 6s?
No.
They're all dead. Okay. That was okay. Last thing, we have the heavy side cannon into the fiends. Scrap that. The keeper is in range. I'll pump a few shots into the dang demon. Bam. 3s. Reroll for banishment. And reroll. 4 wounds. It's your regular save.
5 up.
These are 2 damage each, so it's just 4 damage.
Okay.
From 16 wounds down to 12. That is it for shooting. We're going to have the Dread Knight attempt to charge the fiends. I'm not too sure what the charge range is, but it's probably that.
It's probably that.
It is certainly that. So, just kind of up and around, and then hello. Let's go like that for dramatic effect. And within half an inch, we're happy there, and we're just going to swing. Nothing fancy, I just want to save the CPs. 3s to hit. I'm using the 2 damage profile, double the attacks. Okay, re-rolling that. We have got more hit. And 3s, re-rolling. Okay. And then these are, it's one of those like weird, like I could have had 2 more wounds or I could have had 2 more wounding hits. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, all right, well those are all 5 up demon saves. The 6s don't do anything special here. And...
Oh, that was...
I only kill one. That's not great. You get to strike back with the Blitzbringer. You can pile in and get back in range, pile in towards like that die, and you'll get, yeah, the D20. You'll get in range of the objective again.
In on 3s.
One miss.
Wounded on 5s.
Yeah.
100%.
And then 6s are good. No 6.
1.
I fail my save. Is that 2 damage?
That will be...
This is 2 damage. I'm down to 5 wounds.
With the tail attack being...
That's a hit.
It's a hit. Give me that 5 up.
Oh.
8.
Oh, I failed that as well. D3 damage.
D3.
5 goes down to 2. Oh, sorry, 3.
3.
3 wounds remaining. Well, that didn't go well. We're on to morale. What is the leadership of a fiend?
Oh, man.
I know.
7.
Down to 5.
Yeah.
So you could fail.
Possibly.
Interesting. Very funny. Maybe. Doubtful. Don't roll a 6.
Yeah.
Ah, you're good. I didn't really accomplish much on... I killed stuff, sure, but I didn't get points, really. I'm on 2 points for Vital Ground. I killed another demon unit. And I can't get Stranglehold to save my life, I swear. That's it, my turn's done. We're on to the last battle round. We got a few things to resolve. Turn 5, you get a command point. Then you're on the 1 objective for 5 points, because this one's contested.
Yep.
All right, we're going to try and get some last turn points here with Slaanesh.
Advancing in charge.
Keeper advances.
Or advancing, yep.
17 inches. Interesting. Boop. Up and around. Boop. Just staying an inch away from those little guys, but getting caught on everything as they do. There we go. And that fiend's going to stay in combat and try and kill off that Nemesis Dread Knight. And they are...
I guess they'll come back.
They just get near the objective, I suppose, just so I don't get an easy 15.
Yeah.
We're going to Delightful Agonies itself, because why not?
Oh, no.
Okay, well, just, you have a command point if you want to re-roll it.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? Like, I don't know.
Oh, do I? Oh, nope. My charge.
Saving for the charge in case it fails. That's fair. Delightful Agony is not crazy important.
Guess we'll smite.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Smiting, my poor Grey Knights, my strike squad. You got it with the big
Go
version.
away, smite.
No, you get it. So D6 mortal wounds on that strike squad.
Go away, strike squad.
Oh, I should just kill them. That's 3. It could live. I killed 1. It only wounds 1. It just wounds that guy there. Now charging with the Keeper, declaring both units, because they're just going to land right there to be able to attack both. Only needs like a 5 or so. So let's see something like an 11. Hey, yes, bless! We don't have to measure it. Love it. Oh, heck yeah. Something like that. Touching the pipe and then getting within an inch of that strike squad, and that's within 2, able to attack. So the cape's a little bit in the way, but it all works. I fight first with this fiend because Slaanesh.
Yay. All right, 5 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Ooh.
And these are 5s to wound. 6s are good. Or better EP. Nothing!
No.
Oh, the tail could still do it.
Stale. Oh.
It's got 3 wounds left.
Could. Could.
Roll well enough. That's a hit. And a 5 to wound. Oh, jeez. Here we go. Here we go. And... That's a fail. 5 up, he's dead. 5 plus. 5 plus. Holy crap, you got him. Very nice. All right. I don't think they explode. You just like get it. Like you pierce the poor Grey Knight inside and the suit crumples over dead. Congratulations, that is your point.
Hey.
Just consolidating a little bit further towards it. And how do you want to split these attacks up?
We gotta kill the rhino.
Everything into the rhino?
Everything in the rhino.
All right, that's fair. We're gonna do 3 attacks from the sword into the Justicar squad, then everything else into the rhino. I think the claws alone will kill the rhino, but just in case, the rest of the swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you also have to kill them to be able to get near the objective. Yeah.
I would do the sword into the rhino, and the 3 of the claws into them.
And then 1 claw into the rhino?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Sword!
Oh no.
A couple misses. That's not bad. 3's to wound still. You're pretty high strength. Strength 8, I guess if anyone's curious. These are AP 3.
I'm going to last command point, reroll that one.
Make sure this rhino's dead.
Not quite.
That's 9 damage, and we have a 1 claw attack.
1 claw.
It all came down to 1 claw attack. Hit.
Whew.
No save.
Okay.
Wounds.
Okay. Oh no.
Yeah, whatever. That sucks. All right.
Well.
We got 3 more claw attacks into the strike squad. 2 more hits,
2
and
more.
then 2's to kill.
Oh, 3 more. That was hits.
Yeah, they do hit on 3s, that's right. And they're dead. Snip. Snap. Got him with the clamps. The claw only wounds on 3s. I'm going to keep that guy over here then. So that the further the
Yep.
Justicar over there. Actually, it's not going to matter which one. I'm not going to even bother moving them. So that is it. No morale. Scoring, you get 2 for Vital Ground over there. Unfortunately, this thing survived, and so did they. So you weren't able to like consolidate over towards it.
Yep.
And well, that's it. That's it. So that's
have
2
a look.
points. All right. Well, because I'm going second on the 5th turn, I check at the end of my turn for scoring primary. I gain 1 command point, going up to 2. And I don't need warp shaping anymore. I could choose a new power on this guy. I'm not going to worry about it too much, though. I'm just going to try and kill stuff here. We are going to have this Rhino leave this. We are going to... Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I'm just going to smite an Imperium Dampening anyways. We're going to move you up in this direction. We're going to have you move forward. Sorry, I'm just kind of willy-nilly measuring this. It's not the last turn. I just wanted it to be fast and painless. You're staying still. Brother Captain, the strike squad moved towards the keeper, and this purgation squad back here actually had to back up to get line of sight to the keeper because they were too close to the obstacle. They couldn't see over it. And well, that is it for movement. We are going to go ahead and spend a command point on teleport shunt for this guy over here. Is he done with this fight over here? I think I just want points. I get nothing for killing the keeper. I'm just going to shoot at it and try and kill it. I've already got like max for demon killing. So teleport shunt is a command point. If you have the teleport keyword, which both Dread Knights did for an extra 10 points, I am going to reposition you anywhere on the table more than 9 away from the enemy. I would love to go for the back objective, but I can't go. They've triangulated so that I can't show up in the middle. I can't like show up, shoot one thing, and then charge them. I have to show up over here and shoot and just charge, but he doesn't have the attacks to take all of them out reliably. And if I shoot at them, they'll just be pulled out of charge range. Therefore, I still then would not be able to get them. So
Top table strats, baby.
we're gonna have to teleport shunt to here, more than 9 inches away from that fiend, and hopefully get the points for the fiend over there. And we're not gonna get within 3 for any heroic interventions. We're just gonna go on to movement, I guess, or psychic phase, and we're gonna use psychic channeling so that I can throw 3 dice for my last command point on his 2 powers. And we're gonna start with smite. Hey, we got the big version.
Hey.
Nice. So we got the big smite. Would you like to try and stop that?
I may as well.
Looking for 12.
Hup.
8.
Oh.
And then it's gonna be 2. Wow, we've had some baby smites. We've had a lot of big smites.
We've had a lot of big little smites.
Exactly. I think we probably had 6, and the highest was a 4 that you rolled like last turn.
Yep.
So we have 10 wounds remaining, and then the other power will be Empiric Amplification, which I also got with a 10. And that will be all psi weapons, will be an addition, and nemesis weapons will be an additional damage over there. You're done. They're going to smite. They get it. It'll be 3 mortal wounds, which is better than his d6. You're down to 7.
Okay.
Realizing I forgot to move you, but also realizing you're not going to do anything, so we're just going to keep you there, I guess. So they're done. You, Mr. Strike Squad Man, is also going to smite. Nope. Oh, that's Perils.
Oh no.
He is going to maybe die. Oh, you better believe he just blew his own brains out. That's what he gets. Then we're going to go on to, so we smite. So that's 3 smites. We're on the 4th smite over there on the Brother Captain who will be hitting the keeper. Nope. They're going to do the 5th smite, which is like a 10 plus. Sure, whatever. I don't care. Nope, not quite. Needing a 10. And then we're done with smites. They're going to astral aim. Nope. And then,
My God, it's all falling apart.
The Grand Master in Dread Knight armor is going to Vortex of Doom. Yeah, we got it. They're going to be nearest.
Okay.
It's going to be D3 mortal wounds. Oh, no, it's 2D3 mortal wounds. I take back my Vortex of Doom. I don't want it anymore. They're both just... I could spend the time to make them both equidistant because I would have Vortex this way. So they're both like 9.0001 inches away. So if they're equal, I'll go for this keeper. And it'll be a whole 4 mortal wounds, down to 3. I don't think it'll matter because we're just going to go on shooting. Bam, 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 bam. Die, demon, die. These hit on 3s because they didn't move. We have Banishment active.
Ooh, good thing too.
Oh yeah. Force to wound with Banishment active. And these are all demon saves. 3 damage each.
Oh boy.
So even if without the Vortex of Doom, I think it'll be good enough.
I think you got him. You got him.
6, 9, 12, 15 damage, yeah.
With
Boom.
got him with prejudice.
All right, I can't afford... Actually, I used all my command points like a doofus. I don't have the reroll for this charge over here, so we're declaring a charge against the Fiend. We have first in the fray, we get +1 to the roll. That's it. Done. Hypothetically, if I wasn't dumb and saved my command point, I would have still failed. Okay, nice. Good to know. Good to know. And that's it.
Woo!
That's it. So on the last turn, I don't get 15 points because I couldn't get that fiend.
No.
So I get this for 10, but you also have 2 objectives, so I only get 10 points for the primary at the end.
That was the best 6 command points I ever spent.
Right? No kidding. Holy crap, that's wild. We're gonna tally up our score. It is not impressive for either of us. We both have substandard grades on this one. But we'll jump into the post game and discuss it there. Thank you for checking out this battle report, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Now, before you jump into the post game, don't forget, paired with this game in the MiniWarGaming Vault, we have 2,000 points of Tyranids up against the Astra Militarum. Kenny is back. It's a 2,000 point game. There's going to be shenanigans. And if you do want to check it out, all you have to do is click on the link down below to get access to it. And as well as all the other Warhammer 40k content we have in there. And of course, many more to come. Enjoy that post game. My goodness, we've been playing for hours. Hours and hours. Like, it takes, like, whatever. I can play a game of 40k off camera pretty quick. On camera, if anyone's curious, it takes about 6 hours. Usually 6 hours to record, start to finish. Ish. Maybe 6.5. I think we've been at this, oh god, 10.
Well, we started
9?
we started at about noon 30.
The recording counts the time that you show up early on before
Oh,
so
okay.
when I say recording, the entire day.
Or
The
are we
whole
talking about the
process,
entire day?
The whole process.
Then
yeah,
we
yeah.
got started at 10.
Yeah, exactly. So like 10 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock now.
It's 7 o'clock.
Yeah, so we've been at it for a while. That not quite. So it was like 9 hours of this.
That was nuts, man.
Yeah, that was a long
That
game.
was nuts.
There's a lot of behind the scenes things too,
Oh, of
right?
course,
There's a
always.
lot of that. There's always that. But like
Always.
we started recording at noon. Yeah, 11 actually technically 11 was when we started recording with the camera. Yeah, ish. Because you're doing like all the B-roll and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, the final score, because that's what everyone's here for. We both had 35 on primary. I just couldn't get any more than that. Even at the end, I was denied it, and I love to see it. So we tied on primary. I got 0 for Stranglehold. Just couldn't do it. No matter what, couldn't get Stranglehold. What a bad pick. I should have known that if you had gone first, I would have had a hard time getting Stranglehold. And knowing you, and then I realized afterward you had Demonic Incursion. Like I knew about it, but I didn't consider it. It was just wave and wave and wave of demon.
Best 6
Yeah.
command points I've ever spent.
I 100% should have taken to the last, not to the last, but maybe to the last actually. I could have been safe with to the last, or I should have taken. It's the one where I just kill you. No man left, like no man standing,
Yep,
whatever.
yep, yep.
So I killed 60
man,
demonettes,
so many.
90 demon. I would have gotten 9 or 10 victory points to that, so I was dumb on my part. Knowing you had demonic
Yeah.
incursion, I should have taken that one. That's okay though.
It's fine.
So the comparable, so I got 0 for that. The comparable one for you was retrieve Octarius data. You only had a tally of 2, so you got 4 points for that. So we had a 4-point lead. Your Stranglehold was 8. My Stranglehold was 8, and so we both not Stranglehold. Sorry, Vital Ground.
Vital ground.
We got 8 points for Vital Ground, so we got the one side objective for 4 turns. So that's a wash. And then you had engage in all fronts for
Yeah.
8, and I think I had the destroy demon one for 15. So, but that
Yeah.
one secondary is which I griped and made fun of a little bit.
He scorned it.
I scorned it. It's still in that 1v the game. So I won just by the one secondary. So we both got scores in the 60s. That means we got C's and C. It's just C's, just poo bad scores. But we both got C pluses. How's that?
Yeah, good enough.
It's a passing grade, I guess.
Good enough.
That's including our painted army bonus if anyone's curious.
Love a painted army.
So if I was playing Space Wolves, which have they can have similar firepower because they can have multi-meltas and melted guns, and they can ignore all modifiers to hit, so like Zarkiles, a -1 for shooting.
Yep.
And then like bolt rifles. It's like very similar firepower, and the close combat capability in a lot of cases is the same because you only have 1 wound, so the 2 damage on the nemesis weapons never mattered. And then potentially more attacks. I think like it's very comparable. Like I
Right.
did more damage with smites. I think it was a better game because I was playing Grey Knights.
100%.
Yeah, because I was playing Grey Knights, you got an extra like almost 800 points on me, which is wild. Which is over like if all of your stuff was like 33%, like a little bit more, like 35% cheaper or something, then we would have had a more balanced game.
Yeah.
I have no idea if that stratagem is baked into the considered cost of the demons. I doubt it.
doubt it.
I've got to doubt that 100%.
That's an 8th edition stratagem that they're bringing back right here.
And hell, back then, Grey Knights were like overwhelmingly good against demons back then.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's like I get to reroll. If you're unfamiliar with what they did before, anyone watching, it used to be reroll all wound rolls and melee against them across the board. And then Hammer Hand used to be +1 wound, so it'd be +1 wound and reroll wound rolls. And then all of your smites did an additional mortal wound. So you could go into the tide of, I think it was escalation. All your smites would do 2 mortal wounds base, and then your smites would do an additional mortal wound, and then, but your smites against demons, yeah, that's the other rule. Your smites against demons were always 3 mortal wounds. So tide of escalation was +1 to your value on smites on the damage. So it'd be 4 mortal wounds per smite against demons. And then Grey Knights never had the rule where all your smites are 5s to cast, no matter what.
Whoa!
Exactly. So that's what Grey Knights would, it'd be like, smite 5 up, 4 mortal wounds, smite 5 up, 4 mortal wounds, smite 5 up, 4 mortal wounds. And it was just like, no matter what, they were just brutal against demons.
It would have made a shorter game.
It's true. So that's all gone. Now we get, there's the secondary, which is nice. It's not a bad secondary, mind you. If it's against all demons, it's not a bad secondary.
You're forced to say that now that you score with full.
In practice, I literally have no choice but to say, not bad. I got max points for it. What a surprise. I was able to kill them, but they came back demonically. I should have just focused on more killing instead of objective holding, because I should have recognized it was going to be more difficult. That's on me. I've been playing a lot of hold objectives and hold with the armies I've been playing recently, especially Necron, so it's not in my consideration that like another army could do it better than I could. And you had massive amounts of scoring troops, so.
Yeah, I need more.
Yeah, I mean, I liked your list though. Like, a little pricey on the Forge rule, but you brought her mostly for the cool factor.
It was a Christmas gift that I needed to paint up, and
Exactly.
I finally felt confident enough to paint it up. And I'm like, when am I gonna? What impetus do I need? Oh, MiniWarGaming is accepting guests again.
Yes.
So I should probably paint up something cool.
Absolutely, and it's like without a doubt, like the D6 healing. We did miss the 1 turn on the mortal wounds on the sword, and that like we caught that afterwards, unfortunately. I made 3 6-up saves, but that's a lot. But I would have had the 5 up to ignore the mortal wounds. I guess I could have, if you count those 3 6s, then there was 9 mortal wounds, and I have 6 mortal roll. It might have made a difference. I don't actually know.
Any little thing that you miss can make it. Can make or break.
Huge. Exactly. Well, like an example, like them moving from here to there is the difference of 10 victory points, right?
It's wild.
It's like it's insane, man. Like little things like that could really matter. Every move, there's no room for error.
This is not your 7th edition 40k anymore.
No, not even remotely.
Not
close
even
to that.
close.
Now, the downside to that is, and it's nice if you play 1 or 2 games a week and you practice for those 1 or 2 games a week and you play a tight game. When you like. I don't mind it so much, but I also only realistically play 2 games a week, sometimes 3.
Sure.
That can be a little mind-numbing.
Oh, yeah.
When every game is like played up. But now that I'm against guests more, absolutely love it.
Fantastic.
I get this crazy variety of armies I get to play against. I get way more practice in. It's not like Josh's armies are all really old school, so it kind of feels bad for him to try and always play like up in 9th edition. And then Steve, I could play Steve all day, every day, I guess. He's always got new books too, and that's fine. And then Matthew and Dave always preferred more narrative, like open war stuff. So it's like it takes 9th edition in a completely different direction. Now I got guests coming in. Everyone wants to practice for match play. Love it. It's awesome, man. It gives me some pretty good practice too. And I can always teach.
Yeah.
I can always teach like tactics or whatever.
You were very helpful in this game. Luca was a true sportsman. He identified more than 1 or 2 ways for me to better achieve objectives here, and the help was invaluable.
Yeah.
He was the game would not have been half as good without his pointers here and there, and
it's just things to consider while playing, right? And
it's huge.
It's like little insignificant things you wouldn't like. It's like, I'm just gonna move these guys over here to plan for that. It's like, well, if you move them an inch this way. Yeah, well, because like I was playing a game that went up a while ago now for the viewer, for anyone watching the post game still. It's I played against Scary, and he lost the game because he chose not to advance 1 unit, because he wanted to go charge with it, and he's like, well, I didn't really. He should have relied. He had said it himself. He should have relied on the firepower of his army, and he just didn't go for an advance and lost the game because of 1 non-advance roll. That's how tight some of these games can be.
Yep.
And that was more of a game where like we didn't really like. He didn't help me out. I didn't help him out. We were just playing like School of Hard Knocks, and like whatever happens, happens.
Yep.
So like I would have been like if that was a regular game against, I guess like whatever, go ahead and advance them, like just get the points, right? And stuff like that. But like that's a great example of how tight the games can be. But it can be mind numbing. It can be like mentally taxing.
It is a lot.
Because my mind is mush right now.
Luke has been going hard, guys. Luke has been going real hard.
It was a game.
Sure was.
Well, because like, as much as like I said, I don't really know much about Grey Knights. Like I understand how they kind of work, but like and I know how some of the stratagems work really well, and like I kind of shoehorn myself in using them, like really focusing on the psychic powers, like psychic channeling, and make sure I get my psychic powers off. And there's other great stratagems. Like I could have threw psycho grenades. I could have fallen back and charged with like the Dread Knight and shot with it, but I never really needed to, and things like that. I don't know. And because I'm against the close combat army, you must always say, as Slaanesh, you don't have to worry about it. But counteroffensive is so important for Space Wolves, Grey Knights,
yes,
Khorne, whatever, any close combat army. You always have to save like 2 to 6 command points for that. If the quicker you get into combat, the more often you have to save command points for that. Unless you're fighting something like Tau or Siege Demons without any anything with no hit, it can't hit you back at all. Then you don't have to worry about it. Things like that, or pick your charges properly. But when your entire enemy army is also full of martial prowess, then you have to really consider all the moves you make, especially if they're like Slaanesh and you can just fight back and forth all the time. Oh gosh, it's so harsh. It's so hard to wrap my mind around it.
Luca is dying.
I am dying. I am dying here. But it was an exciting game. I was a little nervous at first because Grey Knights, and all the books I play right now, I was thinking about playing Guard, but I don't know. I just really like Grey Knights. They're such a fun army to play.
We were both waffling pretty hard in the. I think the most of first turn was us both hemming and hawing on how to just survive the first turn. Well, maybe not the first turn for me, but this first turn for Luca, but the second turn for him. Definitely after I got to about here.
Yeah.
Because then he had to choose real carefully about how he wanted to progress upwards, and his screening game was on point.
Well, the terrain, it was a pretty cluttered board. The terrain helped quite a bit in that regard.
Yes.
But especially with the Rhinos. Love Rhinos and Grey Knights, man. People hate on Rhinos all they want. I don't care, man. Rhinos are awesome for Grey Knights. Absolutely. It protects those strike squads. Those guys are so important. Those guys are you can run, heck, I wouldn't be surprised if some people, the Purgation squads are pretty good too, but I wouldn't be surprised if some people run how many did I run this game?
3.
30? So yeah.
Oh,
30, yeah, 30 of them. So some people run 45, 50, heck, 60 of them even. And try and load up as many Rhinos as you can in multiple detachments. It's just, they're so reliable and so good. They just this is what you get. I always like to preach this because I think it's kind of cool. You pay 2 more points over an Intercessor, and they have what I would consider a better gun because it's got double the shots. Who cares about the AP? They are a Psyker, and they have the same amount of attacks if you include Shock Assault on the Primaris Marine, but their weapons are all AP 3/2 damage. So they pay 2 more points for a better gun, psychic powers, and a better melee weapon.
Wild.
It is insane, man. It's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah. You don't get the combat doctrines, but you get the ties instead. So mortal wounds on 6 to wound, and
yes. Your gushing in the Codex review is coming back to me now.
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's just so. I think there's such a great troop choice for an Imperial faction.
100%.
Yeah. There's they're probably the best thing in the book. Them or Dread Knights. Dread Knights are really good too. Anyways, I'm way off course here. Thank you, Ian, for coming in with the Demons of Slaanesh. I'm very happy that the game turned out as well as it did.
Oh my god, it was great.
Yes. I was a little worried, but with
so good.
The right timing on Demonic Incursion and the value you were able to get out of it, you just kept in... It wasn't like he was getting you a lot of extra points. He was just denying me so many points. And this game heavily came down to whoever went first. Neither one of us wanted to go first.
No.
Not a single one of us wanted to go first. I passively deployed, and I just hoped that because obviously we had to fight for the objectives in the middle. And I had deployed in a way that if you went for the objectives in the middle, I could light you up. And if you didn't go for them right away, well then I'd go forward. Get some good firepower, not a lot.
There's no other way to it. With Slaanesh, if you are not in combat, then you better actively be moving towards combat unless there is an objective that is open for you to get. Otherwise, you are losing the game.
Yes, exactly. You always have to be moving, always charging, always tying things up and getting in these nasty little combat piles and just having tons of bodies on objectives and hopefully you just make a bunch of 5-up saves and roll 1s on your morale checks. That's like that's the dream.
That's the
right?
game.
That's the game.
That's the game.
100%, yeah.
It is nice to actively avoid one whole phase of the game.
Yes.
It is kind of fun.
And you know what? You're fast enough, and you have enough attacks in melee that you could really play. I think out of all the demon factions, mono demon factions, Slaanesh is legit good.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it's fast, it's fun, and you can play 9th edition even with the old codex.
It's great.
Exactly. And the keepers are amazing, man.
so good.
Keepers are such a great
They're
demon.
such a fun unit too.
Yes, they are. I know, right? And the upgrades for them, the greater upgrades for them are actually good compared to like literally all the other demon factions, which is like comical at best, right?
I was sort of iffy on whether or not the heroic intervention and consolidate one was gonna come into.
It prevented me from
gonna
doing
be
a few things, right?
Yeah, but it was a great area denial thing, keeping you honest and so on. It's
That's
great.
all things like that ever do. You'll never actually get to use them against an opponent who is really trying to play up, but it's yet to look at them as a different effect. You don't look at it like, oh, I get to pile in a fight with this guy within 6. It's like nothing will get within 6.
Yep.
I have a denial zone of 6 inches, and that's all that ability says. Because I play Space Wolves all the time, and the ability just to heroically intervene 6 inches with anything in my army, amazing.
Wild.
So useful. In fact, I like that ability carries me on. Carries the army on his shoulder alone in a lot of cases. Anyways, folks, I am tired. I must go. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate the support. Leave some feedback down below about any rules we may have mistaken or forgotten. Whatever. It's the best way to learn. I think it was a pretty tight game, minus the mortal wounds on Zarkite, the sword, the Soul Stealer. But like, it might not have mattered. We didn't roll the dice, so you never know. It might not have mattered. I forgot. I declared +1 to hit a couple times. Forgot that. There's like minor things like that, but please don't be afraid. Point them out. And we'll see you guys next time for some more Warhammer 40k action where we do it all again.
Hell yeah.
Happy wargaming, everyone.